frozen in place with all of those I knew who would say just follow suit. A boring day's the way of life. Choose a lane and stay like ice packed up in a tray. Thought of being here and freezing there is making me sick. A daily feed of complacency as more hours tick. My mind is racing and they're chasing, but my heart is too quick. It's feeding rent so the boredom doesn't stick. Pages full of worries your mind creates can be melted fast by the moves you make. Oh, 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 oh. You grow with every step you take. Don't be battered down by the common choice, 'cause the one that matters now is within your voice. Oh, 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 oh. You know the rest are barely knows. Nobody else can let you move. When you face yourself and win, you'll never lose. Yeah! It's getting colder every day. I say the world's a flurry of half-baked plans that fade away and make tomorrow blurry. Nothing's adding up, and the nonsense never stops. The insanity congeals your mind, and the endless drama tries to freeze all your time. Thought of being here and keeping fear is making me sick. A daily feed of complacency as more minutes tick. My mind is dreaming while I'm dreaming, 'cause my heart is too quick. It's feeding rent so the boredom doesn't stick. Pages full of worries your mind creates can be melted fast by the moves you make. Oh, 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 oh. You grow with every step you take. Don't you get bogged down by your gloomy past, 'cause what really matters now is within your grasp. Oh, 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 oh. The sun can match the wings you cast. No one can match the heat in you. When you find yourself and win, you'll never lose. Yeah!
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Geeks 5 Hour podcast on this Sunday. Double Sunday. For the first time ever, Geeks 5 Hour is hosting 2 podcasts on the same day. It is very stressful, very tiring, because I just woke up from a nap and I have to be very high energy. Welcome back, everybody. First comment goes to Mr. Piccolo, who gets the first comment award. Also, Pachinko's already here. And somebody commented on Restream. I don't know who did that. Anyways, our main event for today. The one, the only, the Black Table Podcast joins us. Also, shout out to my co-host, the host with the most, Jace.
Woo.
And the one, the only, SJ. I am King Mexico. Also, make sure you check out our official sponsors, NoNameNerd.com and Goku Burger. Delicious.
Are they?
Yes.
I love it.
Cool.
And beer.
Oh, God.
Hooray, beer.
Yay, beer.
Oh.
And apparently McDonald's, because Big Macs.
McDonald's has to have like the best sponsorship ever. I really want to get in with them.
They have some of the best fries. I will give them. Like people shit on McDonald's all day, every day, but like their fries are like
sometimes
really
because
good.
they're eating it.
It
You
depends
eat it
on
all
which
day, every day.
McDonald's you go to. There's one by my house that's
Right.
just straight up garbage.
And
No,
like,
yeah.
here's
I've
the
been
thing.
to a few of them that are just like, why?
But hold up. You can't fuck up, like, the burgers can be bad, but the fries are
Nah.
always on point.
That's the
Touche.
thing. It's always the fries. It's always the fries. The one down the street from my house, always the fries. They're fucking stale.
Oh, that sucks.
I will say something very controversial. Not every Whataburger is good.
Facts.
Oh,
I mean, I've been saying that.
Facts. Yeah, nah, you good. You
What?
Truthfully, that's any place you go to or any
Every
place that
Whataburger
you
I've
eat.
ever been to is godly.
The one on
There's
in-
a bad diamond in the rough. Yeah, I guess you could say.
the one on 610 going towards 290 on near the Heights area in Houston.
Calling you
during
out.
the day. During the day, I'm calling out that Whataburger. During the day, man, y'all shit just ain't right.
Fix it. This is your opportunity. You
Yeah.
heard it on Geeks. Fix your shit.
Right?
Okay, so has everybody done the In-N-Out versus Whataburger type
Yeah.
deal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not at the same day, but yes.
No, I went and got an In-N-Out burger, and then I went and just got a Whataburger, just the normal Whataburger, not even the one that I always get.
What
It's
are your
not even
thoughts on
close.
that?
It's not even close. It's not even close. Like I think what it is people in like California don't have good like fast food joints, so they're just like, oh, this has to be the best. Like, no, bro, it's not even close.
A fresh potato does not make a good French fry. I don't care what they fucking say.
No, those
Right.
French fries are horrible. Those are
Ain't no fucking flavor on those damn fries.
those fries are horrible.
That's because the people that eat it have to be saltier than the fucking fries.
It's made by a bunch of white people.
Who
Thought
saw
was a good
that coming?
idea.
I saw it coming.
I wasn't
It's made by a bunch of white people.
Yes. I could say that.
Let's not talk about white
As a
people. 'cause
white
then you're
person.
gonna get me raging about fucking Raising Canes.
First of all, what's your problem with Raising Canes besides the dry ass meat?
The dry, bruh, the only reason why that chicken tastes good because they make you get sauce. Like, here you go. You want some Raising Cane sauce? Get the sauce. Tastes good with the chicken. Yeah, because without the damn sauce, the chicken just don't taste like anything. Just
Bland as
No, yeah,
fuck.
that sauce is. That's
I'm like-
no,
can I speak to a manager? Yes, sir. What seems to be the problem?
Is
Y'all
that-
ever heard of fucking seasonings back here?
It's in the sauce.
Oh, sir, have you tried it with the sauce? I don't want your damn sauce.
Come for the sauce. Stay
I want you
because
to
of
make
slow
better
service.
chicken.
right?
All you fucking make is chicken tenders. Why does it take 30 minutes for me to get out of this damn restaurant?
Like, sir, look, I don't come here to your stupid fucking restaurant just so y'all can stare at me like, man, why isn't this guy out there doing the maintenance? Just so I can order chicken and eat it and it has no goddamn taste.
Dang.
Okay, what? I just
don't know.
blacked out. I just what happened?
We noticed.
I feel that.
That
I feel
angry
that. I feel that.
aneurysm.
You know, I have the same thing, the same issue with Nintendo. So I feel that.
Nintendo.
Nah, I'm starting to feel TJ on this one.
Thank you, bro.
Why-
Somebody
like-
has to eventually.
Like, nah, it's starting to get annoying now. Like, I'm looking at my Switch collection. It's like damn near all Nintendo games. Like, okay.
Well,
the only reason I
your
bought 'em is
Switch
'cause I've never played
collection
'em.
should have nothing but Nintendo collection.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't
Right.
Switch Nintendo?
No. I mean, like Nintendo mascots.
Okay.
And on top of that, it's all
Why
like,
doesn't this PlayStation game work on my Switch? Doesn't make any sense.
well, that's not my problem with Nintendo, right? Like, let's see. Let's just do it for this year, right? Like
I'll
today.
say, isn't it
Oh,
mostly
here
the
we go.
fandom?
What's up?
Isn't it mostly the fandom?
It's mostly the fandom, yeah. Because people don't realize, like, all right, so are we really gonna do this on their podcast?
No, no.
We're
Okay,
gonna-
hold on. Before
We're gonna have another
we
Toxic
are,
Fandom episode.
Do it.
we are gonna get into that because you
You
know
gotta
what?
do it.
I got a
Cool.
lot to say. But
Do it.
before we start, I gotta give a
Oh.
shout out to Mr. Piccolo, who y'all know is Jacob, and Dee Dee real quick. I have to make this announcement again because I don't know if they heard it or if everybody heard it. So the Geeks Fiber hoodies are coming out in a couple of months. They are. So what we're gonna do is for like the first 20, we're gonna sell them at wholesale. I mean, whatever I pay to get them made, that's how much you're gonna pay. And that's our promotion. And except for Dee Dee and Mr. Piccolo, the Black Table Podcast knows as Jacob, they get theirs for free
Woo woo.
because they're two of our first followers, and they've been around since the beginning, since the format was way different.
And they
So-
earned it.
And they earned it. So we're gonna give them their hoodies for free.
Yeah.
So Mr. Piccolo, I hope you're here. I need y'all's hoodie sizes because I'm gonna order them in
Hey.
like if I can afford them in 3 weeks, I'm gonna order them in 3 weeks so y'all can have them because you know we're in that Texas weather where it's cold in the morning and then hot as shit during the day.
Yep.
Hell
99
yes.
degrees today. It was
Mhm.
bullshit.
Like, ooh, I'm all snug, and then next thing you know, I fucking regret my decisions.
Heat
Yep.
See, I love that I don't have to deal with those issues anymore, you know, being a work from home person now.
Right.
Oh.
Shout outs to my man's A Dawn, yeah.
I'm just saying that's the best, worst decision I've ever made.
The best worst decision.
Yep.
You so fucking stupid.
I'm just saying it's the best decision because that drive is fucking beautiful. You get up, you roll out of bed, you take 5 steps out the door, boom, computer right there. Reason why it's the worst decision? I don't
You're
wear clothes
distracted.
often.
Oh.
I don't. I don't. Y'all lucky that y'all called me when I had a shirt on.
No joke. I'm in the middle. I'm
From the waist
halfway
down.
playing it.
nude.
How you're
Uh,
very bold to assume that we're wearing pants or like shorts around
Yep.
here.
That's awesome.
You can only see the top half, sir. That's all we have to show.
Like I said, just walk through the door. I might have pants on. I might not.
I might
We
not.
just-
I
we
mean,
saw you
as
roll
far
out
as
of
you know,
bed,
I'm
so
sitting
who
on a
knows?
bucket using the bathroom right now as we speak.
Yo, real talk, y'all almost caught me that way. I was like,
Yeah.
First thing I did, I was like,
Oh,
fuck
that'd be
that Big Mac.
depressing.
Here's the we're doing the Geeks 5 Ever podcast. You might have noticed that I'm in the bathroom.
So we got to
Pay
get
no
that green
attention.
screen like me. You can go wherever you want.
That's right.
Right?
So we were
But
talking
does the-
about
In front
But
of the
does
green
the
screen.
green screen go with you?
we had mentioned before
Yeah.
before we go into the whole Nintendo fandom, because I want to get into that shit. Because I want to. Dude, I've been
Same.
watching y'all's show and I am like really impressed with y'all's. Like recently y'all's production has gotten really, really good. But I'm very impressed with y'all, like the discussions y'all have, man. So I have to give y'all like a round of applause for that. Like, ooh.
Hey,
'Cause
thank you.
y'all talk about
We even
some
got a
really-
soundboard. A soundboard.
Ooh,
Cool.
I noticed that.
God, that's
Yeah.
deep. Damn.
Working
It's
on
just
it,
nice.
working on everything.
Don't
This
say
shit's
thank-
nice for like everybody who gets to listen to it, but like for everybody that's actually in the podcast and doesn't hear shit, they're just like, all right, we're gonna keep talking.
They're
Over the
talking over the
soundboard.
applause.
No, because we tried that before. We tried the sound bar. Unfortunately, nobody else could fucking hear it. So they're like, you know, hey, can I talk again? I'm like, yeah, dude, the thing ended like 2 seconds ago.
Well, like I was gonna say, we also like to thank TJ for this because he does research on his spare time. A lot of the art stuff, I reach out to a bunch of my other artist friends and have them go over stuff with me and ask them to like cash in favors. Like the background that TJ got right now, that's one of our artist friends. He did that.
And me, I just talk shit.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Tab's there to talk
Yeah,
shit.
I'm just gonna talk shit. I'm gonna talk my
Tab's there to
shit.
talk shit.
hmm I know my role.
That-
Don't
every-
worry. When I get
every
into the
podcast-
production stuff too, I got you.
Every podcast
Tab's
has that
gonna
one
be the,
person.
the high energy.
Yeah.
one.
That's that way.
Unfortunately for us, that's Goku.
No, it's not.
He's
It's
in charge.
SJ.
He's
Yeah.
in charge of all the buttons.
No, I do the production, but the shit talker's SJ.
Yeah.
He's stuck to each
That's
other.
Aw.
that's the cool thing
No,
about
I'm
having
not.
multiple hosts on a podcast, though, right? Like if you watch, I don't know if you listen or watch other podcasts. Like I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast,
Mhm.
and it's all him. I mean, like there's producers back there and shit, right? Like, and people
Jamie,
that
pull
do,
that
like,
up
the
for us.
sound mixing. But like Joe Rogan has to be on 100% of his podcast, and some of those episodes are long as shit. Like I recently watched him do a podcast interview with what's his fucking name? What's his face? Super smart dude. Can't think of his name. right now.
Elon Musk.
Yeah,
Elon Musk.
Yeah, and like I can't have a conversation with Elon Musk. I don't understand what the fuck this man is saying.
Either
But
does
like Joe
Joe.
Rogan's there, and he's
So-
like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, so
Tesla.
tell us about the Neuralink uploads. What do you think?"
White people.
Gonna-
Just start saying words he heard, repeat them back, but in different sequence. It's like
Mhm.
Neuralink.
I do watch.
Good thing.
There's another podcast I watch that's very similar to y'all's. It's called the Velvet Vibes podcast.
Velvet Vibes. We gotta sue them from infringement.
No, well, this guy. He
It's
has,
like us, not.
no, but this guy, he's by
This man
himself. He's
here.
by himself, but the way he talks, he's very like. He has very a light tone voice. Like it's very like. You ever like heard those old radio station, like not old, but those radio stations at night with like the jazz, like, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to, like.
This
The
is
quiet
Like,
storm.
the quiet storm, as we
Yeah.
call it.
Oh, hold up. He jocking my steez. I got that. Nah, shoot.
Yeah, we got
Bring the lawyers.
Oh, also, real quick, Goku. So D is actually murdering me right now, and she'd like you to know 3x.
Okay. I mean, thank you, Dee. You didn't have. I didn't want them to put their sizes out there because I know people are
Too
very
late.
self-conscious
late.
about that.
She don't care. She knows she big and beautiful.
I know, like
Love the skin you in.
I've helped out. I helped them like whenever they're whenever they needed help, I helped them out like. So I really like respect and appreciate them a lot. Like their AC stopped working, so I let them borrow my portable AC unit that I use for the Renaissance because I'm like I'm not gonna fucking go, so y'all can just use it.
It's canceled this year, huh?
No, it's
No,
still
it's-
fucking
it's-
going.
You hear
no,
about
it's
the
going
fire?
on right
Plex
now.
is lit.
Look,
Literally.
you cannot stop white folk from going and dressing like fucking Vikings and pirates.
I'm not going.
Okay, because me and my
Just
partner
wear
were not gonna go
consistently.
because we thought it was canceled this year. So let me go buy some tickets.
Hey, let me know when you go. It's
got the itch.
I'm like,
I
man,
want a fucking
I've never been.
I
I've always
a
wanted to go.
fucking
I just never
e-bike.
been.
Goku's never been either. He just
No.
goes in the parking lot.
no, I don't just go to
Just
the
to hang out
park.
in the parking.
No, they have a campgrounds, and I really enjoy the campgrounds because the campgrounds is like where all the partying happens.
Oh god.
Pretty much.
Sometimes I'm just too high out of my fucking mind to go inside the fair anyway.
Look,
Goku, what
I
are you
don't
doing?
want to see a Viking orgy. Okay.
Hey man,
That's where you go to the
Hey,
campground.
hey, hey.
That's
some
on
of
the
those women?
campground.
I knew you was gonna say something, Doc.
Hey.
Speak your piece. Come
Hey,
on, I'm
hey.
listening.
We
Yes.
don't kink shame around here, okay?
You're right. I never said it. I said I didn't want to see one. I'm good off that.
What you don't want to watch and see the festivities? I'm just saying.
No.
They come on the show.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
give me a moment, guys. I'm gonna try to switch to my computer.
Okay.
All right, he says that now until he gets invited to one. He's all like, you know what?
Everyone's
There's
big
always
and
a first time for
Viking
everything.
orgy.
Yeah.
No, all I'm thinking is a big bro. That'd be more Don scene. Now that I think about
Pause. What did we say about kink shaming?
it.
We don't
I didn't
kink
say it.
shame right here.
I just said you might enjoy it more than I. So I will.
That sounds like kink shaming to me.
All right.
No, I will give you my invitation to go have fun.
It was for you.
While we were on the subject of like podcasts and like watching a smaller
Wow, what the hell?
podcasts and things like that. So I found out an interesting thing today because I was watching Dragon Ball Super dubbed on Hulu because I didn't feel well and I wanted to watch somebody get their ass whooped, right? And there's nothing like watching Goku get his ass whooped for 30 episodes while Jiren just looks at people.
And whoop their asses with sight.
Yeah. So do you guys follow the YouTuber Nate Wants a Battle?
I used to watch some of his movies. I stopped watching them though.
Yeah, so Nate Wants to Battle is a YouTuber who does a lot of cover songs for like especially anime, but he also does like cover songs for other things as well, right? And he does like the English versions of them. I did not know this, but the opening of Dragon Ball Super in the English dub is actually Nate Wants to Battle.
Nice.
I think that's pretty fucking cool.
That is pretty cool.
They also made him do the other like super hype music in the like the Goku versus Jiren battle where it's like go 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 the distance.
Right,
Oh,
right.
God.
Everybody was bitching about that when
Sometimes Nate's hit. Sometimes he's a hit. Sometimes he's a huge miss.
Sometimes people
it's
just
not his
bitch for
fault
no
though.
reason.
Like they wrote the song. We're gonna have Tab on here.
I mean
twice.
that's true, and sometimes it just doesn't translate well.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Ooh,
Whoa.
we got
Whoa.
two tabs.
That's too much. That's
We
too
got
many.
double tab.
It's
Ooh.
like when you have more than one tab running on your Internet Explorer or Google
That's
Chrome.
all your.
Literally.
That goes on my.
Tab 2XL.
To it. It is called Double Sunday for a reason.
Well. Then again, I did find this document. I do need to go over.
What's that?
Warning: before taking Tab PM, protection will be provided.
Oh, God
Tab PM
damn it.
can be used as a replacement for sleep aids. Tab PM does
Oh,
contain
stop
the
this.
chemical actrate.
Stop.
Don't operate heavy machinery after taking Tab PM. May induce swelling of the uterus due to being pregnant.
there it
If
is.
becoming pregnant, Tab PM will be there for support. Please contact nearest psychiatrist if you experience the side effects referred to as crazy dick. There you go. It's on there.
Hey.
You feel better about yourself? You feel good?
So is that just his Tinder profile or what?
I don't have a Tinder.
Should be. It should be.
I got you. I'll just give
God,
you the pictures.
no.
I got you.
Hey, ain't I helping you out?
Sweat.
Help me out what?
Hmm?
Damn it, you're right.
Uh-huh.
You threw him under the bus. Now you got to get him back from under the bus.
I'm supposed to give him 24-hour reprieve. But that was calling you old. I don't remember saying not making fun of you at all.
Semantics.
No,
Fine,
you never said
fine,
that.
Fine.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. I take it back.
Aw.
They have to say the entire thing, but backwards.
Wow.
First of all, I'm not summoning any demons at the moment.
You trouble.
Let's not do that. Let's wait until after the podcast for that.
All right,
Okay.
gotcha.
This book in Latin. For
So-
you.
I'm still very interested in the subject that we had talked about that we kind of skipped over.
Oh, yeah,
Nintendo
yeah.
fans.
The Nintendo fanboys.
The Nintendo.
Well, what's the like? Let's talk about it, right? What's the inherent problem?
In your bag, TJ.
What's the inherent problem with fanboys, right? Like, because there's also Sony fanboys, there's also Microsoft fanboys, there's also PC fanboys, right? Like where they gotta have RGBs on everything, like the
Well,
Razer knife that's coming out.
The video game fanboys are just like the fucking anime and comic book fanboys. It's a giant dick swinging contest. God forbid you enjoy anything or have any fucking fun, you know? It's like, hey man, I really like PlayStation, I really like Nintendo. What the fuck? You can't like all of it. You have to pick one instead. No, fuck you guys.
Nah, fuck that.
I'm sorry. Where in the rule book does it show me that?
Yeah, that's
Tell
me.
'em-
I can't make a decision
This
on
is
shit,
rated
so I like everything.
for everyone. So I want
So here's my
Just like
problem
me.
with fanboys, though, right? Like, I don't have any problem with anyone inherently liking their product or liking their brand, right? Like, I will always love Sony, even though they just turned my fucking trophies into 3-digit numbers for no reason. I will always like Microsoft just because they have everything fucking good, period. Like, they make PCs, dog. Like, chill. But at the end of the day, I can't like Nintendo. I can't respect them. I can't respect Nintendo because of their fan base. The reason why is Nintendo has had what 14 games come out this year, like the smallest amount of any major like gaming platform this year.
Right.
And sure, COVID happened. That set a lot of people back. Nintendo's primarily in Japan, so I mean, I get that. But at the same time, all of the games you had come out this year are fucking remasters of games that are already out.
You know
Your
what?
number one selling game on the Nintendo Switch is fucking Hollow Knight.
Right.
It's been on PC for 3 years. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't have a platform to stand on. How is this the best gaming system in the world? Come on.
Since we're talking about fucking Nintendo, I'm just gonna get it out there. Fuck you, Nintendo. I've been playing Super Mario 35 for like, I don't know, since the fucking day it came out. And this fucking game.
Why would you do that to yourself?
No, first off, the game is fucking fun because I hate fucking battle royales. I hate fucking battle royales. I hate fucking Fortnite. I hate PUBG. But I like this fucking battle royale game. And then I just fucking found out that in March it goes away. It's gonna go away forever. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I don't mind paying a little, like a fee to keep it, but they're gonna just pull the fucking rug from underneath us. And I'm like, why? Oh, demand, or they want to create it like a sense of urgency. I'm like, fuck you, dude. How fucking dare you release a game that's free and then take it away from us? You don't see Fortnite doing that fucking bullshit. Fortnite's fucking free.
Fortnite's also kicking people's asses. Every time somebody is like, yeah, we're going to sue Fortnite, Fortnite's like, oh, no, you're not. You
Take
can
this
try.
hush money. Take this hush money and go sit your ass down.
It's
We
like,
stole
you know,
the IP for this. Yes, we did. And
It's
we're
kinda-
going to keep it.
it's kind of like my job when I first started my job. Like I smoke a shit. I used to do like a lot of weed, and I was like, nothing's ever gonna make me change. I'm 420 all the way. Woo! Like never stop. The man can't tell me what to do. Then I got my first paycheck. I'm like, whoa. I've been meaning to turn my life around anyway. Damn.
Oh, that's
You
a
know
mom
what?
being
Put
like.
that many zeros behind it.
Oh my god.
Is that decimal supposed to be so close to the front of the number? Can we spread those out?
No,
by
the
a few?
fact is that a decimal? What the fuck?
Right?
So my beef with Nintendo is basically what TJ just said. Like the only game I bought this year for wasn't Animal Crossing. It was a game. It was the Mario 64, the triple pack. All
Right.
because I've never played those games, and I realized, like, I just paid $60 for games I've never played on systems that are already out.
And that's a re-release.
It
I was
is
like-
a re-release.
and then the bad part is they didn't even try to update the graphics. Nothing. It's just, hey
Because
guys,
Nintendo doesn't give a fuck, bro.
You know
Like,
what's
some
you
of
know
their
what's
biggest
worse?
IPs
They're
are
gonna-
like fucking Zelda Breath of the Wild, right? Like that game's been out for 2 years now. Great game. Shouldn't have won Game of the Year because it came out the same year as Persona 5, and that's a much better fucking game. Fuck that game. Second of all, like you have really good IPs. Like you have Pokemon. You have Pokemon, dog. Like that's probably the biggest IP name globally ever. And yet, this is what you do with Pokemon. Let's make 2 games, put them both on the Switch, and then make people pay to bring some of the Pokemon over. Like
Or-
I get it.
or
I get it. DLC
or-
is a big thing, and microtransactions is also a very big thing in gaming right now. But come on, dog. You're making me pay for additional pixels that I already fucking have, that I already earned.
Okay, so let's talk the fucking
I don't
bullshit
like
about
this.
Pokemon. And by the way, the Super Mario fucking game, that's another one that goes away in fucking March.
Damn.
And Pokemon, okay, let's say you're a big Pokemon fan, right? Oh my, Sword and Shield are out. I want to get Sword and Shield, so that's $120. That's $130 with taxes. The DLC season passes, That's $30 per game. Plus, to transfer the fucking Pokemon, you got to pay for Pokemon Home, and it's $20 a year. You're looking at $200
For one complete game.
Then on top of that, the game that could probably bring people together the most, they're not even fucking backing, and that's Mario Party. They
What
got
do you
all.
mean? How many
Dog.
times have I tried to throw hands with somebody because of Mario Party, dog?
Bruh.
You just trying to.
Bruh,
You
no,
know
no,
it's worse
no,
than
no,
It brings them,
Shut
it brings
up,
them
shut
together
the
for
hell
a
up.
fight.
You realize
Yeah.
that in this country,
No.
Mario Party
what I'm
came out, and Mario Party comes out in the United States, and suddenly divorces have gone up by like 20%.
True. Okay,
Just
granted.
saying. Still in
But
my
at the
store? Fuck that bitch. Sorry, I'm having flashbacks.
I see that, but I'm saying like they put out this DLC into these games, but certain games they don't give a. After they're like, all right, fuck y'all. Like people have been asking for new maps, new characters, everything. Like people are and Mario Kart. People are willing to pay for it, but they're just like, we got Pokemon. No. Are you sure?
That's the
Pokemon.
other thing too, right? Like Nintendo doesn't market well. It's just that there are Nintendo fanboys, and there's so many of them that Nintendo's still successful. Like it doesn't it legitimately doesn't make sense, right? Like when you think about other really good games, like you paid The Witcher 3, right? You bought The Witcher 3 if you bought it the day it came out, $60. Both of the DLCs were $20, and both of those DLCs were like 20, 30 hours of additional gameplay on a game that was already 180 hours long. Like that's fucking worth it, dog. You buy DLC for Pokemon, you can go to a new island whenever the fuck you want, and it's about 5 minutes of gameplay. Like it's not even worth it, but it's $60. Like it's not worth it, bro. It's not even the same.
Not to mention,
Don't get me wrong. There's other games that do that too. Like Destiny gets under my skin when they do that shit as well.
yeah, Destiny's fucking bullshit.
But Call of Duty, all of the sports game that have ever come out, I just basically
God.
call those DLCs with updated rosters, right?
Yeah.
That
And that's
shit also gets
Pokemon
under my
also
skin.
in general. That it's all just the same game reskinned every year.
Yep.
Reskin,
And
Random Island.
and there's a whole conglomerate of people who don't mind that just because they get to do something different. Like,
They're Nintendo fanboys, is what they're called.
well, those are Pokemon fanboys. They're not necessarily.
Well, Nintendo fanboys, they want the same characters, but they want them different. But they won't want them too different because then it's different.
Yeah,
Pokemon
exactly. Like
fanboys-
re-releasing fucking platforming
That's
Marvel.
fanboys in general.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that just
fanboys in
reminds me of
general,
that
but Pokemon-
meme. I didn't
Yeah, but
want
then-
this. Then why did you ask for it?
For real.
Yeah.
Nintendo will never innovate and make a new, better game. They'll only give you Link, Mario, and a bad Sonic game, and then they'll just remake those things over and over again. Where
And y'all say girls don't
Sonic
know what we
Mania
want.
was good.
Fucking A.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
what about Sonic Knight?
What about Sonic?
What about
Look,
Sonic the Hedgehog Werewolf Edition?
getting
Hey,
one strike
what did I
and
just
then
say?
Boom.
I said
Sonic Boom on
I
the
said
Wii
one
U.
of the first of all, hold up. Sonic Boom cartoon
Sonic
was
06.
amazing because
Bro,
they were
hey.
self-aware and funny as shit.
Oh, yeah.
everyone
I remember
everyone
that.
gets to strike on a game of bowling every once in a while. It does not give you a fucking 300. It gives you one strike.
Now, granted, like I said, I didn't say the other ones because yeah, I'll
They're
admit it.
garbage. But they'll only use the
Sonic
same
Mania was
IP.
fun.
They'll just remake them over and over again. Where
Yeah,
you're not going to
Sonic-
get a new game. Like with Microsoft, they'll come out with a new game and it'll be innovative. They'll try new things. You'll get all kinds of new IPs that they're going to try to push. You're not going to get a Bayonetta type game made for a Nintendo system. They might port it in, but they're not going to make it themselves. They're going to make their same 4 style of games and then whatever
the
new
other
system
thing.
they have. And it's not going to be graphically as good as these new systems anyway. They're
That's-
this
yeah.
niche game.
That's the other thing that I don't like about Nintendo fanboys. How can you say that you have the best system in the world just because like people have bought it, right? Like, and it's still let's be fair, it's still sold less than the PlayStation 4.
Because grandmas will buy the Nintendo.
Best system in the world, and it's 1080 fucking p. It's 1080p. It's not possible to do 4K.
No.
How is it the best system in the world?
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Because that's just a lie.
70% of Nintendo games cannot do 1080p.
Oh, it's 720.
It's nine something.
There's
Or you're paying for it, like you said, you're paying $60.
You know what you're paying for?
of a game that
You're
that's
paying-
$30 on another system.
You're paying for the portability of
You
these
can. There's
AAA
a
games.
reason. There's a reason you compare
You're
the
paying-
Xbox and the PlayStation.
You're
together. You do
buying
not
a
talk
portable
about Nintendo.
PS3. That's all that it fucking is. It's just a portable PS fucking 3.
And you know what? I wouldn't mind a portable PS3 because PS3 has some bangers, but
Don't call it a Nintendo then.
at least get those bangers out, bro.
I mean, they are have they, Like, I'm excited for Scott Pilgrim versus the fucking world because that's a fantastic fucking beat 'em up.
I was excited for Hades, but then it came out on PC.
Yeah. I was excited for The Witcher, but then I realized, oh shit, I have it on PS4 and it looks better.
Yeah, like all the games, like, hey, like when I go into a place, like, do you want to pre-order this game? I already own it. No.
Well, because like somebody's like, hey man, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get The Witcher. He's like, oh, they have it on Nintendo. Yeah, but it's $60 on PlayStation. It's $11 for the Game of the Year edition.
Right.
But it's portable. If you know what else is portable? These hands to your face. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, like, but it's portable though. You can play while you're out. Yeah, but I drive. How am I gonna fucking look? Hold on, bro. Hey man, the
Think
light's
about
green.
this.
Light's green, bro. Hold on, let me finish this and I will fucking drive. Honk honk. Hey, you back there, shut the fuck up.
Play this for me.
Can't be in the club with a Nintendo Switch. You would laugh the fuck out that place.
Nah. That's when you need Mario Party, dog. Distraction.
Mm-mm.
You're gonna get your ass whooped in the club playing Mario Party.
Thank you.
Did you just fucking steal my star?
Oh, and you know people
There's
gonna be
gonna be
off the
some
hit.
real hands thrown if there's fucking Smash Bros.
Oh Lord.
Especially with that nigga.
especially you
Stop
drinking.
Bloodsport.
You're already like in the club. People are already looking for a reason to. There are some people that go straight up to look for a reason to fight.
Off this now.
They drinking, and like the people that strike out, like they're trying to get laid and they strike out. They're already in a bad fucking mood. So you're gonna play Smash and then you're gonna the fuck you like. Smash invented the whole slapping the controller out of your friend or brother's hand whenever they're winning. You're getting your ass whooped. You slap the controller out of their fucking hand and you take advantage of them.
Yo, facts.
You know, the first time I've ever actually seen that happen in person was I almost said Destiny, was a Halo LAN party. Homie walked across the room to knock a controller out of a man's hand. I was laughing.
Just unplug his thing.
I know. I said, you
You
don't
don't
remember
play
that
it
time they did that to me in Smash because I kept whooping their ass, so they decided to unplug my controller so they can beat me finally.
We had some hella fun playing Smash at your crib, I ain't gonna lie. But like, I can't endorse it. I can't fucking endorse it. Like, I can be as mad as I want at Xbox for releasing probably the best console that we will see next generation and not having a single IP that's worth playing. But I'll never be as mad at them as I am at Nintendo.
Who?
I prefer PlayStation more than Xbox, but I honestly I'm a gamer all around. Like,
I plan on getting the Xbox Series X. Just
Eventually.
the first is my one out of this new generation, the PlayStation 5.
I no longer buy consoles at launch.
I admit it, bro. Like, I am a PlayStation fanboy. There's no way you're getting that PlayStation controller out of my fucking hand. But at the end of the day, the Xbox is just straight up spec for spec the better system, and I have no problem saying that because I know they're not gonna have a single fucking game I want to play, and if they do, it's gonna be on PlayStation already with PlayStation exclusive.
And I'm gonna agree with you, and this is very, and people don't like to admit this, but Xbox hardware wise has always been better. The Xbox was better than the PS2. The Xbox 360 was probably not as powerful as the PS3, but it was definitely a better console. Xbox One, I don't know. I didn't really care.
The Xbox One on release was a better console than PlayStation 4. The Xbox One Series X is a better console than the PlayStation 4 Pro, and yet and still it has by far the least amount of sales of any this generation consoles. And it's just because they don't have any IPs. They don't know what the fuck to do with all of that money they have. They're like, oh yeah, let's create a streaming platform. Fuck that streaming platform. It's not doing well. Like,
it's going on.
Pick something, Microsoft.
Mixer? You talking about Mixer?
Yeah.
It's dying. Or it's either
it's
already dead. Yeah, I think it's already dead.
It's
dead.
I know because like Ninja had just signed like a contract with them, and then he was fucked after that.
7 months.
He got his money.
He signed a contract for 7 months. He had a signing bonus as well that he was already going to get, and then once they canceled it, they still had to pay him for it, and he went back to Twitch.
Do you know how much Ninja makes on Twitch per year?
Too much.
More than
Entirely
$5 million per year.
Damn.
He makes roughly about $500,000 a month to sit down, play video games, and scratch his ass.
Man, I scratch my ass for free.
Look, can we talk about that as well? Can we talk about that as well?
We can
Like
talk about
the state of like I wouldn't
Paid
say
gaming.
not gaming, but like gamers, like publicly viewed gamers, right? Like Ninja
Streamers.
or not necessarily
Game
streamers,
stream-
because
game games.
like big streamers or like big content creators, like YouTubers
Mhm.
as well, because they have this like really good and interesting personality, especially when they're on camera. But then you have like these very, very high moments of like their community just being toxic as fuck, and they do nothing about it.
Oh no, it happened with I was talking with Blastoids. I think Don knows Blastoids. So there was rumors going around the cosplay community, like people were saying, "Oh, Goku's an asshole. Goku's a piece of shit," because he tried to fight.
He's an asshole, yeah. He's an honest asshole, though.
No, but there's a difference between him being an asshole and people saying it.
Yeah.
Right.
At least
well,
put the true stories behind it.
thing
Don't
is,
make shit up.
Like, he's our
there were
assholes,
some
God
people.
damn it.
There were some fucking people mad at me. I don't give a fuck if people call me an asshole. People, you know how many? I have family. I'm like,
They've called
people
you
are
a
like,
lot worse than that.
You're a piece of shit. I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to try harder if you want to insult me. I got family that calls me way worse shit.
Tell me Taco Bell closed down.
Oh.
All right. That boy, don't do that. That'll start a fight.
Okay, we're gonna. I'm,
Tell me Texas not allowing the taco trucks to be outside no more.
Whoa,
Like,
hey,
Oh,
whoa.
nigga, you trying to
Hold on.
no?
Get everybody else.
Oh, you trying to get niggas shot?
Bro, let's.
I'm just saying, if you're trying to offend me, you gotta try real hard. You can't just call me an
I
asshole.
I don't know if we can have you on here for hate speech now.
Right? I completely forgot I was playing the game on that one. Hold
Yeah, I
on.
really did. I was like, wait,
I'm
what you
over here
say?
doing something. I was like, what the fuck
Died.
did you just say? I zoned
Hold
out.
on, hold on. Backtrack real quick, because somebody came in, showed in late, and they were like, I have students who argue with the Xbox is better than the PS4.
Oh, that's
Thoughts?
Gabby.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, they're students, right? So they're still learning.
Yeah.
They're obviously
know
not
any
very
better.
smart.
Yes.
a lot
keep
of them, their
stem
balls
the
are still
ways.
dropping. So let them mature first. And then.
Let them finish.
Damn.
But
They'll learn.
I got into I almost
Eventually.
got into a fist fight with Voltaire because he called me like a dirty Mexican, and people, they like, oh, Goku wanted to fight Voltaire because he's an asshole. Like he was harassing Voltaire and he wouldn't leave him alone because he called me a dirty fucking Mexican. Am I supposed to just like turn around and like, okay, I guess since he's a celebrity or he's famous, I should just let him get away with it? I'm like, no. I don't give
No,
a
you gotta
fuck
beat
who
his
you
ass
are.
off principle. You
I'm
know
like-
better.
I'm
Therefore,
like,
you gotta get your ass beat.
I'm like,
Right?
motherfucker, you look more Mexican than I do. You're here calling me a dirty Mexican. I should beat your fucking ass and call ANS and get both of us fucking deported, and I should kick your
Damn.
ass in the bus.
That's some commitment.
Yeah, that's
plan had
like feral
layers.
ass whooping.
No,
I know
because,
TJ. Like, I respect it.
no, because
I mean,
he's one of those
I'm-
like Latino dudes that like you don't know he's Latino or Hispanic until he
Tells
says
you.
it. So I'm like, oh hell no, bro. If we get deported, I know how to get back. You're gonna be on the other side crying, saying, "Where the fuck am I?" No, but it's like shit like that like pisses me off. Like the fans only like they only care about this person and they can never do any wrong. Like this guy said something fucking offensive, and because he's famous though, like, oh, it's okay because it's him, and I'm the bad
No, it's
guy
not.
for standing up for my fucking self.
It's also like mob mentality, right? Like that's kind of
Yep.
what
That's
Twitch
exactly what it
is based around. Like their whole framework isn't like, oh yeah, we play our partners really well. They don't, right? Like the
Yeah.
only one that gets paid pretty well, or the only ones that get paid pretty well, are like their streamers that bring in hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of viewers sequentially, right? Like those are the ones that get paid pretty well, and they get paid pretty well because of ad revenue. But Twitch doesn't give a shit, right? So the only framework that the only reason why Twitch has a leg to stand on is because mob mentality rules. Like you can't go into some of these big streamers and be like, yo, this guy's a piece of shit for saying A, B, or C. And they could legitimately be a piece of shit for saying A, B, and C. But because of that mob that they've already fostered, that has already been there, and maybe they did like one good thing in the past, it's too late. You've already lost.
I
You know what
think
I'm saying? You can't be
Right.
the right person in that scenario.
I like Daniel Lynn's comment. I hate it when people think celebrities are angels. They're not. They're people.
No,
yeah,
exactly.
and that's the other
And
thing. Like
that's-
nobody's criminalizing or like vilifying these streamers or YouTubers or content creators, whatever the fuck you want to call them, right? Because they are people at the end of the day. But at the same time, right? Once you become a persona, once you become a public figure, you have to hold yourself accountable to a higher standard than other people, right? That's why I don't have a problem with LeBron James. I will say to this day, he shouldn't be in the conversations of one of the best basketball players ever. He's just a bully on the court. He
What
just
did-
happens to be big as shit.
What did he?
Right?
What did he do or say to make people not like him?
He's just he's a big ass. Well, okay, so to break it down, The real reason why people don't like LeBron James is because he stands behind the black community. And he does that without any question, without any apologies. That's the true statement that's behind everything else. But people don't like him because he says and does things, quote unquote, behind the scenes to create these super teams. That's not that shouldn't be something that we only put on LeBron James. That was happening before LeBron James hit the league, right? Like Shaq going to the Lakers. That was creating a super team, and everybody was just okay with that.
Well, it's not.
Right?
It's not the same because it's not Phil Jackson doing it. It's LeBron James doing it. So clearly, one is better than the other.
No, that
Sarcasm.
Shaq going to the Lakers didn't have anything to do with Phil Jackson. Everybody knows that Phil Jackson is a back office court coach. He doesn't actually court on the he doesn't actually coach on the court because he always has a star player. And on top of that, he doesn't make admin decisions. That's always like the star player and then whoever runs the organization, typically like your CEO. So that was Kobe's choice, as well as like some of the backroom office admins. But nobody says shit about Kobe, right? Nobody says shit about Gary Payton like creating a super team with the Boston Celtics. Nobody says shit about like Rajon Rondo creating a super team with the Celtics. Like nobody says shit about the Miami Heat and Dwayne Wade creating a super team by bringing LeBron to the fucking Miami Heat. But the second that LeBron goes to the Lakers and he wants Anthony Davis, that's then the problem. That's not the problem, bro. Like y'all are just mad because he like put up a magnet school in his hometown in Cleveland, Ohio, and then funded it for free so black people can get an education. Y'all are mad because he goes back to his community and does millions of dollars of restoration. Y'all are mad because this man is actually a good spokesperson for black people and constantly doing things for Black Lives Matter movement. And the only thing that you can possibly pick at him is because he got his center for his team. Like, it's stupid, bro. But I think I digressed a little bit.
But I like it. But no, it's but yeah, it's not just Twitch and YouTube and Instagram. It's not just the content creators. It's literally anybody that you put under that spotlight. Everyone thinks that, oh, I have my 15 minutes of fame. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And it's like,
oh yeah, give me 15 minutes. I'm gonna fuck shit up.
It's really.
I've ruined my life for the last 20-something years. I could do it a lot worse than 15.
I'm saying I can do it with some money more efficiently.
But I also like the flip side of that. When people are like, and I say like as in, are we really fucking doing this? On the flip side, when they're not acting like entitled assholes, when they're actually standing up for their beliefs.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, you shouldn't be saying anything. You should be making your movies. You should be playing your games. You should be doing this. You should be doing that. Like, you shouldn't be saying anything about how you actually feel as a person. It's like,
oh, no, I'm gonna say my shit.
Her name is Beyonce. Her name is Beyonce. You can say it.
I was gonna say John Boyega. Like they came back.
Oh yeah,
John Boyega is another big one.
it's like, so it's okay for the assholes to say whatever the hell they want, but the people calling out the assholes, they can't say. Right. Okay.
Or
It's
no,
also just like
How many times were you dropped as a child again?
It's also just like another form of like mass media control. Like it's a form of mass media control, even if it's not directly done through the media, right? Like I call it mass media control because of how many people it reaches.
Yeah.
But by saying like, oh, this person's an asshole or this person is wrong for having a belief or having principles and sticking behind those principles and then being public about it, it also says to everyone else that you're not allowed to do that, right? Like, and that's the bare minimum of it. So like when you get under the surface of it and start talking about like John Boyega, for instance, or anyone else who has an opinion on anything and they've been vilified for it, that's nothing to do with John Boyega. John Boyega is an unfortunate circumstance there and something that was meant to be, oh, we're still trying to keep this thing down, so you need to stop, right? We're not going to put you in movies if you don't fucking stop. We're not going to give you these same checks or these same ad revenues if you don't fucking stop. And that's the position that they consistently try to put people in when they're saying something uncomfortable. Like, what was it? Martha Stewart, or not Martha Stewart, damn, what's her name? Betty White said it, right? Like, she had a very famous black tap dancer on her show in the 40s. And they told her like, yo, if you don't if you don't like cancel this show or like don't
If you-
show this, then we're gonna cancel your show entirely.
Like,
And
they-
she was like, all right, cool,
I-
let's bring him back the next day.
I read about that because we were gonna do. I was gonna do a video on it. It was she gave him screen time, and they told her
Cut it,
specifically,
cut-
you need to cut his screen time because we do not want to see him on television.
Double it.
And she said no.
Yeah.
More.
As a matter of fact, he got more screen time, and the
Yep.
show
And
was
she,
canceled.
and she brought him back the next night.
Right. And so because of that, she brought him back, and he was on there even more than before. They had decided, like, okay, this is making us look bad. I think Tab had something to say earlier. Like, did you?
About what?
I don't know. I felt like you had to. I got something to say. I'm gonna say something. Or I just
No,
want
we
to give
got
you a
over
chance.
here.
to talk.
Before we get off of that train though, and like segue, just so people are aware though, like that form of racism,
Yeah.
because that's all it was, right? Like that was just
Yeah.
racism that's very
Oh,
blatant
yeah.
to everybody in the 2020
Yep.
era. That form of racism is still very present. Like,
Yeah.
did you guys realize that like the Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg cooking show went off the air?
I didn't know they had a show.
No.
Yeah, they had a cooking show.
Yeah, they
Very
had- they
successful
had a
show.
cooking show together.
I would watch it. Snoop Dogg's got some
Very
good
successful
recipes.
show. Had all kinds of fucking people watching it. Was very, very successful. Ran for 3 seasons. Did anybody realize that show went off the air? Well, obviously we didn't know that it was on the air, right? Well,
Well, no, I
Well, I
knew.
knew it was
I
on
thought-
the
I- I-
obviously.
I watched
You
it.
knew that
One
was-
off.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
No, that show ran
I
for
knew
3
the show
seasons.
was a thing,
That's
but I
awesome.
haven't watched since like Netflix started. I have stopped subscribing to cable. I don't watch regular TV. If it's
I
not
feel that.
I don't support Martha Stewart.
why?
Actually, no,
Why?
that was one of
What
the- that was
Martha
actually
Stewart,
one of the
real
two-
one.
Too much. She does too much shit with baskets. Enough of that stuff.
Okay, all right. That
No,
Mine's a
no,
personal
okay,
issue
so
with
I did
her
now,
autumn
now,
festival
now, that
shit.
now that I think about it, I did have something to say.
She cut it on her taxes.
It was about the
I had
whole
no
thing
problem
with
with
what was it? The kneeling and everything.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
NFL?
So yeah, the NFL. So when the NFL came back, they were like, "We're not gonna kneel. Cool. Y'all don't want us to kneel? Bet. We're gonna stand in the middle, lock arms, and just be in quiet for solidarity."
Then they fucking
And
booed him.
And
Don't
they
like that
booed the
either.
fuck out of him.
After the anthem, like it still wasn't during the national anthem.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. It was after the anthem. They were like moment of silence for solidarity, and they started booing. That's when you
Ooh.
realize,
It ain't about the
it's not
kneeling.
the goddamn kneeling. It's not about the flag. Gee, I wonder what it's about.
Yep.
I have something to fucking say about that whole shit. I love how people are like, oh, don't bring politics into sports. Okay,
Sports.
motherfucker. Every time y'all do some kind of Pledge of Allegiance or national anthem, you make people not from this fucking country stand as well.
Hmm.
And they don't do that shit in other countries either.
They don't make you
Yep.
fucking. They don't make you do that shit in Mexico. They don't make you do that shit in England. They don't give a fuck. Why is it that this country is the only self-entitled, spoiled ass brat that never got its fucking ass whooped as a fucking child?
Because we're bullies.
Oh,
I've
we've
said
got
this
the
since
big
I was in
stick. We're the
fourth
bullies.
grade. I remember saying this as early as 4th grade. America is the fucking bully. And I remember that was the title of a paper that I had to do in Texas history. No, so it's 5th grade, Texas history. I remember because I did, it was a research paper that I did on why like we have to do the national anthem because none of us did. I remember at that time we had just started doing the Texas pledge right after the national anthem. And like I wouldn't do it. A couple other kids wouldn't do it, right? And they were like, okay, you're going to write a fucking report about it. And I was like, okay, why is America a bully? Because they didn't take any L's, dog. America now feels like because they haven't taken any L's, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
No, we took
That's
it
the
all
problem.
in numb.
No, we didn't write that down
No.
though, so it
That
doesn't
doesn't
count.
count.
No.
It's off the books.
We-
Off the
we-
books.
No, it's that
They blew up a ship. We blew up an entire population.
Yep.
No, I
That's
wasn't
not a
talking
nail,
about that
dog.
one.
He's
I
on
was talking about that. I was
Vietnam,
talking about
which
Vietnam, which is after that.
that was a no decision.
No, before
It
that.
doesn't count.
Yeah, they got a couple of thousand people. I think America lost close to 15,000 people. We napalmed their entire nation.
Yeah.
It's not a nail. Not a
No,
nail.
well,
We got bored. We was like,
we
we're
got
done here.
bored.
Yep.
Well,
Wipe the slate.
okay, so we were. This is one of the things we're going to talk about later on in the week, and I feel this is from the show The Boys, and they had a really powerful message.
I need to watch the last episode of the
You
Boys.
need okay, so I'm gonna say this one line.
No, don't worry. I saw highlights of it. I just
Right,
need
so
to see
Just
it.
go for
So
it.
Stormfront
Yeah.
says, people in this country do not like the word Nazi, but they like the message. They just want to hear it worded differently.
Sounds like alt right.
That speaks volumes. of our country because the whole
Yeah.
show, it politically shows how fucked up we are. We're the only country founded by foreigners that are against people coming here as refugees. Like, oh, you can't come here illegally. You need to come here legally. You realize
You
that-
came here illegally.
I'm like, first off, homeboy, you
What the
came
fuck are
here.
you talking about?
You came here on a fucking boat with all kinds of ass herpes, spreading your fucking diseases,
Yeah.
and people were dying left and right.
Get into your bag.
Y'all got in the fucking boat and y'all brought COVID-19 with y'all, and y'all like, motherfucker.
My nigga said ass.
Ass herpes, dog. Oh man, I haven't heard that in forever, dog.
Mhm.
That was some shit. All right.
This fool. Oh,
Remember,
no.
tomorrow is Columbus Day. So
Fuck Columbus.
No, it ain't.
Oh,
It's Indigenous Peoples Day. Thank you
No,
very
no,
much.
no, no,
Yeah.
no, no,
No,
fuck
no,
that.
no.
No, 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 no,
Fuck
no, no, no,
Columbus.
no,
No, no, no.
Serious-
Black
No,
people,
wait,
have,
wait.
black
No,
people
no,
have
no,
a
no,
different name for
no,
this
no,
day.
no, bullshit.
No, no.
There is no, fuck Columbus Day. You know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is still a part of Hispanic Heritage Month. I like how whenever, like, black people or Hispanics or Latinos, we get our own months, but we also have to have other white people
Other shit
holidays.
in it. Yeah.
Sprinkle some other stuff
Valentine's
in there.
Day, fucking whatever other day.
Yeah.
But we
like-
don't have, whenever white people get something for like a week or a month, there's nothing else but that shit.
War on Christmas.
Don, can you
What's
tell
up?
them what black people call tomorrow?
Monday.
oh, you mean just going to a white person's house and claiming it's yours day? That's what I was gonna do.
Nah, no.
I was-
We call tomorrow the day that I get paid time and a half.
There you go.
Hey.
That too.
Bank holiday.
And I'm gonna say,
We call that bitch colonizer day. We call that bitch everything other than what the fuck
What
white
the
people
fuck it
want us to
is.
call it.
Mhm.
Nah, bro.
So we call people call it another day that the white man stole something from somebody else.
I say we should
One-
celebrate it
just
just like
one
it
of the
was
days.
the day where anybody who is not white just going to a white person's house, claiming it's yours, and saying this is your land. That's how the day was created. We should do that.
I was
So
watching-
there is one thing. Has anybody watched Bill Burr's monologue for Saturday Night Live?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
My boss told me about it, and he is right. That fucking monologue, woo, made some people real uncomfortable. Not me though. We're the right color for that. But Bill Burr went smooth the fuck off on white people.
You know what? I was watching.
Unapologetically.
I watched Wild and Out, and they were like doing the little buzzard button. They're like, name something white people have ruined, and somebody runs up. What is planet Earth? That.
Damn.
Is this
Oh, no.
Duce? This is Duce. I'm gonna take.
I don't know if I can just blame white people on that one, but
Hey.
shit.
No, I'm not trying to like say that white people are responsible for all the Earth's problems, but that just like, it's kind of like.
So, Jace, I got a question for you. Since you're the-
Ah, you really got damn beat it to the punch. I looked at Jason. Jason's like, oh shit.
I'm
Jason,
here.
what's good?
I'm
How you
here as a
feeling?
white person.
You got SJ. SJ's white too.
Yeah, what the fuck,
Yeah,
guys?
I
she's
mean,
Jewish though. That's a different
she's
kind. Of,
Jewish.
she's
I
been
mean-
through.
Yeah,
Her
but you're
people's
not
been
gonna
through
look
enough.
at her
I
and be
mean,
like, you're not
yeah.
gonna look at her from a distance and be like, she got to be Jewish.
Yeah, but if you start
I
saying
mean-
something, she could say she's Jewish. Now you have to be quiet.
I'm not
because
gonna lie.
They've been through enough.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw that nose and was like, "Yo, no, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
I'm joking.
On.
Jewish people, please don't cancel
Not,
me."
not TJ. Not TJ. TJ, you were on the nose on that.
I'm gonna go
So
shoot
bad.
myself now.
Hold on. I'll join you.
Oh shit.
Oh, look
No,
at that.
but,
I'm gonna
That
go-
was terrible. But no, like I have actually had a few people like, "Are you Jewish?" I was like, "How could you tell?"
The last name, because of your last name, is how I would guess.
No, they keep fucking that shit up.
Yeah, that's probably why. Oh, you know, I can't pronounce this. It's not Smith. It's not Granberry or Longstaff. It's got to be Jewish. So,
Awfully, it's
so
got a lot of
Jace,
consonants.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Yo, how does it make you feel as a white male in America to feel like the conversation and the narrative these days, especially in 2020, is especially revolved around being negative white people? Or do you feel that it is negative white people?
I feel that most white people probably deserve it because I see the same news you guys do.
You know what? That's crazy. Any white person I ask that same question, if they're level-headed and they actually like pay attention to the world, they're like, "Yeah, white people deserve it, dog. We're the fucking worst."
Yeah.
I get
If
that
anyone
more
who
from
has
white
a-
people than anybody. You know,
Yeah,
Yo,
you
they
know,
like
it's not
like,
really.
fuck white
it's
people.
wild
It's
to
not
hear
just-
too. Like white people are tired of white people's shit. Like
And here's
People
the
who
thing.
don't think that have nothing but white friends. Like, oh no, we're being mistreated here.
And
Oh, yeah, they're on the claws this
disclaimer
weekend.
real quick. I want to make a disclaimer. When we talk about white people, we're not talking about like around the world, because if you go to any other country, white people are kind of a little bit more level-headed than the ones here. At least the ones that I've seen in
see,
England.
I can't
okay,
make that
okay,
determination
okay.
because that I've not been outside.
Racism's kind of everywhere.
Racism
Yeah.
is
True.
everywhere.
Yes.
Not just racism, like the entire fucking bigotry. As a human, right? Like we're hardwired to be bigots. That's what I've found. And it's not a circumstance of situation or of like the environment that you grew up in or anything like that. Bigotry is just like founded in your area because of where you live. And bigotry can be different. Like there's white people in Russia who just don't like black niggas. I don't know why, but like they just don't. There's
You know
white
what?
people
I'll
in
give you that
fucking
because I've never been to Russia.
there's well, I'm saying now you're learning. There's white people in fucking like Ireland who just don't like gay people. I mean, it's just different forms of bigotry. But there's also like black people in the UK who don't fuck with Asian people. Like there's a whole community, and I have no idea why. I want to go so I can figure it out.
I'm very happy that you brought that up because I've gotten in arguments with weaves because they talk about how like not weaves but weeaboos, like the people that hold Japan on a pedestal, like it's the Holy Land. They think they're part Japanese, the Japanese can do no wrong, and I have to explain to them. You do realize that Japan is like one of the most prejudiced, most racist fucking countries in the world.
Well, I was born in Seoul, North Korea, and I never had to deal with that.
No, you wasn't. Hey, nigga, no, you wasn't. Where were you from? You tell these people where you from.
Seoul, North Korea.
Where? Where? Nah.
I said Seoul. I was born in Chicago, Illinois. Born and raised in Southwest A-Leaf, Texas, baby.
West.
But no, there's those people like I'm part Japanese. I'm like, okay, what? How are you Japanese? Oh well, you know, I have a samurai sword and I really like the culture.
That's not how that works, babe.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
And if you don't get your
like, the Asian
over
community and the
exaggerated
Asian culture,
anime loving ass out of here.
especially Chinese people, like Chinese people hate black people, and I have no idea why. I think it's because of the Black Samurai.
Chinese people hate everybody that don't have money.
That's also true. Also very true.
Like you ever like you go to China, they don't speak English until you take out a wad of cash, and it's like, oh.
And I didn't know this either, but there's bigotry in your community that you probably don't even know about, right? Like black people have like bigotry against white people, and that's very obvious. We have a reason for that. But like there's other bigotry in like other communities. Like for instance, like not to put anybody out, but like the Latino community. Right?
Oh fuck yeah, I can go on a tangent all day about that shit.
I was gonna say.
There's
When there is nobody
against
to be
Latinos.
racist towards in the Latino community, we start noticing lighter and darker Latinos.
Yeah, exactly. And that's wild to me. Like there's bigotry in the Latino community, especially against like white looking Latinos.
Oh yeah, no. If you
And that's wild to me.
people are ashamed. Like I have family members that are ashamed of me because I have a daughter with a white girl.
Oh, you fucked up, bro.
I know. Right? White women,
I'm joking.
man, come on.
I'm joking.
I know
stereotype.
they like to call white women like black man's kryptonite, but it's not just black.
No.
women.
Get
Nope.
it correct. No, get it correct. It's white women with fat asses. That's the kryptonite. Just not
Well,
just regular
My
white
ex
women.
does have a fat ass.
Booyah, boom. Right there.
Well, no, and so it's because if you date outside, like, and Latinos hate each other. Like we, like Mexicans hate like Puerto Ricans hate people from Brazil hate Argentinians. We all hate each other, and it's for the dumbest fucking reason in the world. Soccer, football.
It's like it's got something to do with fucking football.
Yeah.
I was like, please don't say soccer. Up there it
It
is.
is soccer, and like the soccer games, like people are like, "Oh,
Come on, Don, you knew it was
like,
gonna
how's that a thing? Like soccer's
Saw that
not even
coming.
that. Like you don't realize around the world,
Oh, yeah.
soccer is a big fucking thing. Like
It is, except here in America.
right,
They're
there
Yeah.
are.
lie.
school football.
No, they'll stomp your ass out in England. You say the wrong shit.
Yeah, you got to say football everywhere else.
It was in
Nah, you said
2002.
what was it? Liverpool, West Ham. Nah, they're like, what? You what?
Well, they will fight you.
Yeah, Manchester United, nigga. Fuck
I see
Just look
people
for
like
somebody with a
No,
jersey
people are
and
you
like
know,
just say
people
their
are
team.
dead on the streets. They'll be dead, lifeless, like turning gray on the streets. But the minute you say "fuck Manchester United," they suddenly rise from the dead like Jesus and be like, "We about to throw some motherfucking hands."
and don't give a fuck how big you are, nigga. You can be Arnold Schwarzenegger in the '80s, big. Fuck West Ham,
You walking
nigga.
around looking
Fuck
like
who? Who the fuck? Yo, nah, we ain't got ain't no more talking. Ain't no talking.
Congratulations to the
You said
Lakers
too much.
on winning their championship this evening.
Oh, good.
hey, congratulations,
Congratulations for the Cowboys for beating the crappy Giants despite
job.
losing your
man.
quarterback.
Fuck the Cowboys.
I must say, unfortunately, it's inherited in my family. We don't like the Cowboys. I don't even like football, but fuck the Cowboys.
It's inherited in my Mexican culture that we don't like the fucking Cowboys.
This is the name.
I just don't give
I
a
think
shit
it has a
about
lot.
sports.
I
Period.
think that though has to do a lot with the name though, because every time we hear Cowboys, we always think about Texas and how it was stolen.
What about?
What about the Texans?
So,
right?
yeah,
That's just a
that's.
state. They're not a real team anyway.
The Texans
And their
are so
and their
bad that we
mascot's
don't
a
have.
bull. It's like
They won today.
Yeah, but they're still bad.
Ooh.
okay. So what about Washington's team?
Hit him with the whole
Right?
They won the
Jason's
game.
a savage.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, they won one. It's not like they're on a 9-game
Everybody gets lucky every now and then.
Super Bowl, here we come.
Nah, that's Cowboys fans. They win one, act like they
Oh, we're on a winning streak now. We've won.
We won
Just
one.
going
like
to the
Giants.
bowl this year.
Yeah, we
No,
definitely.
you're not.
The only way the Texans are going to the Super Bowl is they buy tickets.
If all the
Yeah.
other teams get COVID and they have to forfeit, that's the only fucking way.
Not even then. They gonna bring somebody from the England NFL or the Japanese NFL.
I mean the New Hampshire Reich or whatever the hell they're called. The
They're
German
gonna bring
league.
a hockey team in
Damn.
before they fucking put the Texans in the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna say, wouldn't that be more efficient? But then again, they might be, squabbing more than playing
I'm
football.
saying because hockey players are built different.
a 6'7" goalie in there, just bow somebody over. It's like, well, just get him to play.
ready.
Right? Ready.
There we go.
Surprised
Yeah,
TJ
that
ain't
makes
no
me wonder,
damn hockey
TJ, why
player.
you never played
Exactly.
hockey?
I can't skate.
So?
But I did learn in hockey there really is somebody that's called a bruiser, and the only reason they put the nigga in the game is to swap.
Yeah, for
Yes.
real. No, that
They're
is
the
legitimately
bruiser
a
and an
thing.
enforcer.
Learn that from Mighty Ducks when that nigga got folded.
So I mean, if I could ever just figure out how to like stand on the skates, I might go in there.
I can go
There you
fast
go.
in a straight line. It's the turning that's the problem.
I
might
can't
go
even
in
go
there.
fast. I just
Right into the
Waddle.
wall.
Never touched ice, so yeah, y'all better than
But
me.
no, what
Yeah.
were you gonna say, Goku? You were gonna say something about the boys.
No,
Yeah.
the,
He
well,
said
Go
that
back.
statement.
30 minutes.
No, we completely destroyed that topic. We ran over.
well, no,
that.
because the boys they have like this, like they have the Nazi bitch, like doing speeches and rallying people up and getting people to agree with her and follow her, and that's kind of like how things are today. Like this bitch is openly racist. Like she hates A-Train.
Yeah.
And she wanted him off the team. And then the guy that runs Vought, he's like, "Oh, you think I can just lash out like a lunatic? I can't do that. That's a white man's luxury." He said some shit like that too, and that was
Oh yeah, that number one. I love him. Let's get that correct. The
He's
actor-
a great
no,
actor.
no,
Actor.
you say his name right. That's Big Brother Almighty. Don't you ever fuck that up.
Who's
Damn,
this
okay.
nigga talking to? You ain't talking to me.
I'm talking to you. I'm
Remember,
talking to
he
everybody.
hey, remember
He ain't
he's
talking to me.
helping you.
No,
24 hours.
He helped me. But
24
that
hours.
don't mean he can raise his boy. You better put your
24
Hold
hours.
on, whoa. First of all, you do not disrespect Big Brother Almighty, all right? Don't do it.
That's Gucci. But I'm gonna need you to lower your voice about 5 octaves before I end up at your house.
It is what it is.
Y'all just gonna see me flying across the camera. Who the
Wait.
fuck you think you're talking to?
Are you playing fucking PlayStation while you're on the podcast?
No, I'm watching YouTube actually.
Yeah, he doing other things. He over here like, yeah, that's crazy. While
Why is
doing
his
other
screen
shit.
all the way up there?
I was like, in his defense, I was playing Among Us for the longest, dying left and right. So you know,
Cause
Hey,
you be
Tab, you a
acting
bitch ass
sus.
nigga. Imagine.
ain't nobody. paying attention.
Cause you be acting sus, man. You be acting sus real quick.
I like how everybody said I acted sus. I was just doing my
I
job.
can't play Among Us, man.
Yeah,
The minute I
killing
kill
people.
somebody, I'd be bragging about it. Like, oh, see that motherfucker? I just killed him. I mean, it wasn't me.
Pretty sure it's Goku.
Pretty sure.
I would brag about it, but somebody else still get voted out.
I mean, we could play Among Us right now. We got 6 people.
We got,
I
That's
kind of
room
want
for
to.
one
Hey.
killer.
I kind of
just-
want to.
I'm
I
about
haven't
to
played
say.
yet.
I say
That was
I
good.
can
I
I can hood
have
with
a
D into
show
this.
to run. I have to maintain the show. I have to produce the show. I can't.
We have integrity. We got to find it though.
Y'all can play. I can't.
Can
I gotta
y'all
maintain the
even
show.
spell integrity?
Starts with an I. Ends
Look,
with
look,
I don't
look,
care.
look, there you go. The white person asking me if I can spell or read or speak English.
What type
Did I
of
say
traffic
you?
stop is this?
No, hit it with the Friday. Integrity. That's how you spell it.
I am integrity there. You got to do the pause. You got to do the pause and the confused look like.
Exactly. Integrity. There it is. That's the whole
It's a
word.
very-
There you go.
Speaking of Friday,
weird
man,
letter.
because I'm unemployed, I feel like that shit every day. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do. So I started a podcast.
There you go.
Hey, might as well get a little, get some people behind you.
All right.
Yeah. What's the next topic?
No, we don't. Okay, no. We don't have a set topic. We just talk. That's a.
Oh, bet.
That's it.
All right.
Oh, you done told these niggas the wrong thing. You should have came with topics, Goku.
Oh no. But I
You gon-
no.
you
But
gonna regret it.
there is something I would like to
There's
to
some
talk about.
direction he puts into it.
No,
No,
we
that,
do
that
have
was
some
organized
direction, but
chaos.
like I watch y'all show. Like obviously y'all know I watch it because I go in there and fucking comment. Especially
Oh
this
yeah, I
past
do
Friday.
appreciate that. I saw you the last couple of times.
Yeah. No, because your show is really good. I really like it.
Should you put a link somewhere for their show?
Sure, I'll post it on the.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm subscribed. I'm following their Facebook channel, and it sends me a notification as soon as they go live. Like, oh, these fools went live. Come check them out. You ain't got shit to do.
No, I saw that. I was looking for them after the first
I
time
mean,
we
you can
did
go
this,
watch
and
the
then
episodes right now. They're all on Facebook.
All right, I'm gonna go do
I
that.
also found some of y'all stuff on iTunes. So I was like, but there's
Yep.
only like 4. I thought you guys had more.
On iTunes, it's for some reason on iTunes it's fucked up, but on
Okay.
Spotify it has on Spotify,
Oh.
iHeartRadio,
I think we're on
and
Google as well.
the Google Play Store. All of those links are good. On iTunes, for some reason, it redirects to the old podcast because we had to,
Oh.
for some reason. Oh no, we switched platforms. That's what it was. In
We had to switch
middle-
platforms because they try to charge us because the way we were talking.
Yeah. So we switched platforms, and then there's a different Black Table podcast on iTunes, but that one has all the episodes as well. So Spotify is typically your best bet.
But is the other one still y'all?
Got it.
Yeah, it's still
No,
ours.
it's-
It's still ours. It's just it's only 4 episodes. Like one of them is Black Table Podcast, and the other one is the Black Table
Because I'm
Podcast.
about to go trash them right now. I'm like, y'all fake. Y'all, I'll go. I have made a grown man cry. You think I won't do this to that other team?
I appreciate it.
No, but
All right, there
I
we go.
watched the show and I really like what you guys are doing. Like, it's really good. I like how y'all bring up like some, because y'all bring up some very, and I watch Velvet Vibe podcast and they kind of bring up the very controversial topics, especially like in the community for people of color. Like, they bring up a lot of fucking issues, and I really like that y'all do that as well, because there's a lot of things that like I've watched I've tried to watch other podcasts, and they don't like bringing it up because I guess because some of the hosts are just white, so they don't want to bring up something that it's very uncomfortable and controversial.
Just sissies.
Here's the
I would
thing.
say-
Here's the thing.
Oh no!
Goku.
Even
Nah,
if we had a white one on
I
there,
said
we
it.
still
I
gonna
got
talk the
you.
shit.
No, I got you.
We'll ask
Remember
some
what we
questions.
said when
Come on.
we came back?
Come on, Don.
We straight up said that if you ain't got haters, then you ain't doing something right. So we gonna say what the fuck we gotta say.
At the end of
Yeah.
2019,
Calm
we
down,
had a
Cat
goal.
Williams.
Haters.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's who I got it from.
But
But
no,
we
it's not even that. It's
It was-
it's the
it was-
way it's the way that the podcast is actually set up right now. Like, I'll say this, since he don't want to brag on himself, Don has been like integral in getting topics and then putting them together for every episode, because I've like completely been hands off in terms of topics, and Tab has also been like throwing topics into the drive for us to be able to pull.
No,
But
I
the
know not
format-
the drive. I sent him to Don, and I was like, Don, put it on
and
the
then
drive.
Don puts them in the drive. Yeah, but
they
the
still getting there though.
the way that we format everything now is a little bit different, because if you go back and watch some of our early episodes, we try to do like hard topics first, or we try to do hard topics last. The problem with that is when it comes to like analytics, people either watch the first half of the show or they watch the end of the show, right? Just because they either want to hear that or they don't want to hear that. And I completely understand that, but you're gonna hear us, right? So now we kind of like the format of the show is the sandwich, where we'll do something light, we'll do something fun, then we'll hit you with the hard ass topic, and then we'll do something light and fun again. So that way you have a reason to watch the whole show. and it's a much more, I will say it is a much more successful like format than what we were doing previously. And I think
It's fun.
is
Yeah, I can say because like I remember a few of them where we had did too many back-to-back hard topics, and we kind of was sitting there looking at each other like, nigga, what we do now?
We do something.
Everybody energy just dropped.
When it comes to topics, we do something very similar. Like one day we were talking about like toxicity, like in the community. Like so I don't know if I don't remember what the subject was. It could have been about racism or some shit or something Anime Matsuri fucking did stupidly. But the next day we're talking about fucking kinks.
Wow.
That is a staple topic on the Black Table Podcast.
Hold on. Before somebody decides to go after somebody, all right? I like to state that a lot of the topics I could have put on there, I did. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. That's my defense before somebody tries to say something.
And there are a lot of topics that we
Hold up. I gotta say my whole saying.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody said shit. All right. So a hit dog will holler. So just thought I'd throw that out there.
No, I want to say before y'all say anything else, we weren't like shit talking kinks. We were talking about like different kinks. Like, oh, what's your kink? Like, we were talking shit like that. Like what are people into? Like we had somebody
Apparently
else
crazy bitches.
Yeah.
Like crazy bitches.
I'll give you that.
Who would like something of that nature?
Because you go to bed, you'd go to bed with one person, and then the next day you wake up with somebody different.
Yup. Nah.
I mean, like we try to with the in terms of the topics as well. When it comes to that, like you said, doing multiple hard topics is something may be like a trigger for other people and not really a trigger for us. But we do try to hit hard topics with everything we have to say, and then we move on.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of it. Those are the topics where we try not to harp on them. We have fun with the fun topics, and like if it's something that's like pretty racy, we say what the hell we have to say, and then we move on.
The thing is with us is we can't really do multiple topics in a show because we're daily.
Mm-hmm.
If we do multiple topics in a show, then we have nothing left for the fucking week, and that has happened
with us. Even with the topics that we already talked about, we'll go back and add on to it.
Yeah,
we start with, and now we just do it.
We've done that fucking dating topic like 9 times now. Like I don't give a shit.
We did the toxic.
We had all
thing,
type
like,
of perspective too.
Like 2 or 3 times.
We did toxic fandom. We did it for 2 days. We did it on Thursday, and then we did it again on Thursday a week later because we had to take a break. But we talked about dating in the community, the nice guys or the simps, creepers, people. Oh, and y'all brought up one that I need to fucking talk about in the future is motherfuckers that can't take no for a fucking answer.
It's right here. Okay, hold on.
Get your shit. Hold up. Let me get comfortable with this shit.
Oh my god.
I think everybody adjusted themselves in the seat.
Why?
I'm about to dive.
Ooh, I'm about to.
Why is it so hard for guys to just accept the fucking word no?
Here's the thing, right? Growing up as a man, no, I'm joking.
Let us explain it to you.
You know what it was? You know what I think?
Because I don't understand what is going on.
It might not be 100.
Look at all the men trying to defend their penis right now.
I think the reason why
I didn't say a word.
I think the reason why guys can accept no for an answer is because growing up, they didn't really get told no a lot.
Exactly.
I got told no all the damn time.
No.
And you,
I got told a shit ton.
In respect to like the opposite sex, you didn't hear no nearly as much. And like I'm sure that Goku's about to say this as well, especially in the Latino community, boys are treated as kings. Like in other communities, like the Indian, Middle Eastern communities, once a boy hits like 12, what they start doing is like taking them into different situations. Like they'll go and buy a TV and the son will do all the talking because they're teaching him how to do that. They do it in the African community as well. They teach them from a very young age to control situations and not to hear no. But it's not just community based. That's also the perception of like what a man should be. You shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't accept no. Like if somebody tells you you're not going to get this job, you should be able to come back and combat them of the reason why. But it should not apply to your relationships or future paramours or whatever.
Right.
I have to that stereotype that the men are treated with kings. George Lopez said that. Unfortunately, that stereotype is a generation 1 or 2 too old.
Mm-hmm.
Because growing up, if I wanted something like my grandma was like quick to say no. No, I didn't even finish my fucking sentence, and she was already saying no.
Look this fool here.
I was like, what happened? Then you got like that Pokemon text going on. Did we just run into a wild TJ?
Headbutt.
Use headbutt. Get out of here.
Anyway,
Throw a rock.
I'm just messing with stuff. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, you're fine. You're
say.
fine. Like we don't like that's part of the show. Welcome to Geeks 5 Hour Podcast, where
Right?
shenanigans are the game. The thing is, dude, I got told no so much. Like I want, like my
Same.
parents. I'm part of the group of people that grew up like when you go to the store and they're like, don't look at nothing, don't touch nothing, don't want nothing.
Don't ask for nothing.
Don't ask for
Don't
nothing.
breathe in that
don't-
general direction.
As a matter of fact, put on this
Touch
blindfold.
it if you want to. I give.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you something to cry about.
Somebody having a full flashback.
Hey,
And then
hey.
like, oh, they
They
didn't
just
whip
wanted some
you.
Skittles.
And that's
Nah.
why, and I agree that like there is a lot of
Where'd you
like,
get the Skittles from?
white
I
parents
didn't pay
that
for
are
'em.
amateurs. There's a lot of white parents that are amateurs because they'll whip the kids at the store, and then that's when CPS gets involved. But they whipped my ass when we got home.
Same.
Oh, of course. Like,
Yeah.
You made
and
it
that's the
home.
bad part. You know it's coming.
Right? You made it home.
Well, no,
Sometimes
they
you catch it in the-
beat
no.
my ass. No offense, SJ, but they beat my ass like a Hebrew slave, dude. Holy shit.
What is your name? Kunta Kinte.
Wrong slave, but I'll take
Wrong
it.
slave. Hebrew slaves built the
No,
pyramids.
I know. It's like I'm going with the slave that we can relate to, dog. I'm just.
Bro, they
Ooh.
beat my ass
Oh,
so
hold up,
bad.
hold up.
I couldn't speak English for a week.
So, this is a topic we've talked about. TJ, what did your mom do to you?
I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll talk to you later.
No. Bring that ass in. Well, he left. Let's talk
Why
about
are you running? Why are you running?
Well,
That's backwards.
Don,
How you doing?
did a
Hey,
bunk
man.
bed save your life from catching an ass whooping?
Look here, nigga.
What?
We're not over here. You know, we're not talking about me here. We're talking
What are
about
you doing?
Yeah, what do you
Like freaking out over there.
Are we really talking about that? Because I don't want to be the only one to share a story today.
All right, fine. I'll share mine because yours is a little bit worse. All right, so since we're talking about ass whoopings, the one I had kind of had a flashback on the show. If y'all ever listened to it,
Well, wait. Like reference it a little bit better. So, like, we did an episode where we talked about iconic ass weapons that we had.
And the fact that we got on that topic was
it was completely random.
random. Yes.
Don't know how we got there, but we start talking about different ass whoopings we received. TJ apparently has his top 10 hit list because he stayed in trouble. And then I was like,
she remembers the top 10. She doesn't remember like all of the ass whoopings in between there, but she remembers the top 10. Like that's also on her highlight reel. We talked about it after the show.
But we were talking about, like, for example, one of mine started off as me and my mom joking around, and she started remembering that she owed me an ass whooping. Didn't know what it was for, but she was like, I need to beat your ass for some reason. And so it went from ha 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 to ta ta ta. And I was like, so I was like, ha. I was running. I was like, whoo, I'm gonna slide on this bunk bed real quick. She can't get me under here. No. Little bit after that, I realized I fucked up. So she lifts the bed, only the bed, not the bunk bed part, because it's bunk bed. I was thinking like it's too heavy. She can't pick the whole thing up.
Wrong.
I was right. No, I was right. She lifted the mattress up, and there I was exposed with the little bars. Only thing protected me. And then became a game of what we call whack-a-ass because
God thought he was the fastest animal
I thought
in
I
the
was
world.
I thought I was the fastest man alive. I thought I was the Flash, but apparently she was negative Flash.
The
reverse
Huntsman
Flash.
Spider.
So as I tried to dodge, she was timing it when I stopped. That's when she swing, and she hit me directly in between each of the bars, and I was just like and this whack ass is like bam, there it is, bam, right there. She got the high score that day. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? I can appreciate the whole. because I had a similar thing with my grandmother, except it wasn't an ass whooping. She felt like she had owed me. She was going out for the night. It's the weekend. They're going out, and she like, okay, hey, ven pa acá, come here, and then she just beat my ass. And I'm all like, what was that, Grandma? What was that for? Oh, that's for later because I know you're gonna fuck up.
God, the
was hoping
future
it was
ass
wrong.
whooping.
I was hoping I was wrong.
Ass
I was like, she didn't whoop your ass for something you about to do, is it?
I was about to take a nap. Like,
You know,
damn.
you know what it's like to
I
grow
know
up,
what
like,
you're dreaming of.
you get your ass whooped, and like in my household, the Latino household, the ass whoopings was like a Pokemon evolution chart. It went from the chancla to the belt to whatever I could find for them. They made me pick what they were about to whip my ass with.
Oh, shit, whatever
your
you can
weapon.
find. TJ, what a segue.
All right,
No.
so I guess because Don told his story, I'm gonna be fair, right? All right, so I was maybe like 14, and my mom had been whooping my ass for 14 years, y'all. She started when I got out of the womb.
Got to start him young. Get adjusted.
But I remember one time I thought I was smart, and I believed that I was smarter than my mom, unfortunately. And I got a bad grade on my report card, so I went home, got home early, straight off the bus, ran over and tried to go and get it out the mail. Got it out the mail. You know, I hid it from my mom. Of course, this was during the time where you have to get that report card signed, bring it back.
Oh.
So I signed the report card. I'm smart, nigga. You're not gonna catch me flipping.
Says mom.
You signed mom.
Right? No, I mean I was a legitimate smart ass little bad kid. Like my mom will tell you, I was too smart for my own damn good. So I like went to get her checkbook and wrote a little $20 check for me to go to the book fair, and then use that same signature because my mom pre-signed all of her checks. But use that same signature and like traced over it, and then traced over it, and then traced over it, and then was like, all right, cool, I got it, and put it on the report card. The problem was, I didn't notice, but if you like looked at the report card from like behind, you could see the like where it was traced, like how it was traced over or whatever. So the teacher obviously called my mom, and my mom was just waiting. So mind you, at this time, my mom works 2 jobs. She gets home literally at like 9 p.m. So she's just at home waiting, and I was like, oh, you got off early today. That's how you knew it was going to be a legendary ass whooping. But I was like 13, 14, about to go to high school. And so she starts with the belt, and like the belt's tagging my ass, but I'm selling it. You know what I'm saying? I'm 13. I'm selling it. And you got to sell ass whooping sometimes. So I'm
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So
Oh, it ain't hurting, huh?
I'm selling it. But she stops hitting my ass, like my behind or my legs, right? She starts hitting my back. And now my ancestors are coming out of me. And they're like, yo, nigga, don't wait a minute. Don't let her do that. I grab the belt. Now, here's where our story shifts, ladies and gentlemen. If you are ever getting your ass whooped, don't ever grab that fucking belt. That is the last thing you want to do. So I grab the belt. She looks at me, looks at the belt, looks at me. Oh, this nigga has evolved. Then I too must evolve. Now, backstory. My grandfather was in My grandfather was in a fraternity, and when he passed away, my mom took like all of his fraternity shit. One of those was a paddle that they used to haze freshmen.
Oh.
And she just happened to be right in reach of that fucking paddle.
No, was it?
Say it again. No,
magically-
Like
Go ahead.
Excalibur.
She
Fucking
said,
Nah.
It was almost as if has anybody played Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
You know when Sora doesn't have the Keyblade, but you just press the X button and it appears?
Yeah.
Right? It was kind of one of those moments as she was swinging it down on my ass. And I was, face went from to,
Mama, no.
right? So she is now windmill whooping my ass. Belt and paddle, back to back.
say how we saying on the show?
She bun.
By the way, Didi said hola.
Hey,
Hey, Didi.
Hey, Didi.
freaking
Hey.
imposter, you're sus.
I'm looking at the comments right now because the comments are no longer on the podcast. I have to actually look at the app where they're showing,
Yeah.
and I have to fucking come back. You ever like?
Oh Lord.
Have you ever gotten an ass whooping because you got an ass whooping?
Nigga,
No,
what?
I have. I
No.
got an ass whooping because she hit herself and it left a mark.
Look what you made me do to myself.
Bro,
Yo,
like,
no, that's 100% real. Like, fuck. That. Hold on.
my grandmother whooped my ass, and then she told my
TJ
mom,
Hold on, Don,
and
you
then she
good?
whooped my ass too when I got fucking home.
She's too. I'll be giving you whoopings. I'm gonna give you one.
Y'all
too.
ever got a community ass whooping?
Where your aunt beat you, your grandma beat you, and
Uncle
then your
get
mama
you.
beat you.
Yeah, nah. I seen
Can't
my cousin
say
get
a
one.
ham.
Yeah.
My uncle beat me, my aunt beat me, and then when my mom got home, they told my mom, and she was like, "Y'all whooped his ass already?" Well, damn, I wanted to whoop his ass.
Are you ever gotten like have you ever gotten the by association ass whooping? Like
Yep.
one of your
Yep.
siblings fucks
Ooh,
up so
I'm
bad
so
they whip
glad I
you.
don't have brothers and sisters. No, I could
Oh, no.
I could make it.
I know.
I'm
It was,
so
I
good
got it
making-
because of cousins. Like, I got it because of other relatives.
Bruh, I got ass whoopings for cousins in Mexico, and we're here.
Damn.
Just so you don't think you can ever do that.
You got to get it out your system before
My
you get it.
my parents never used to paddle, but eventually I got older. My dad's like, "Oh, you think you're a tough guy, huh?"
Oh
And
yeah,
then
that's
he
when the
get-
hands come.
No,
Yep.
that's where he got like the cord to the TV and beat my ass like Jesus Christ.
Oh Lord.
Oh, you know that's
Dog, those
Sorry.
thin little
Switches.
telephone wires.
yeah, the telephone wires and the like the power cable. I remember I got whooped with the power cable for an iron because I told my mom I wasn't going to church.
Oh no, the punishments got worse over time. He
Uh,
realized
Jesus,
I got
you.
like
a Hot
I noticed
Wheels track. I
Like,
used to have a Batman Returns tent
I'm
that
sorry
had
to hear
that
that.
PVC piping.
Ooh.
Yeah, that shit got broke on me.
I just want to say, as a reference to something we talked about earlier, the duck game, the goose game that Don has as like his background right now that released on Switch.
The Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah, Untitled Goose. That's one of 39 of top in Nintendo Switch games.
They didn't
I just
fucking
want
make
y'all to
it.
realize.
Because unless you're playing Super Mario, ain't nothing else to play on the fucking Nintendo. That ain't already on PlayStation or Xbox with better
Damn
load
shame.
times and better graphics.
Shame. I'm still hot that Bayonetta 2 isn't on like PlayStation or anything.
Damn, I had something to fucking say and I lost my train of thought.
I got beat with a backboard of a basketball goal.
What?
What?
Okay,
You
so it's
won.
the story. Start
You
from the
won.
beginning.
Okay, hold on.
You
We
won.
need
From the top.
details,
No, he
'cause-
won.
So
No,
it
no,
was
no,
a
no.
Sunday
No, no.
in October.
Exactly.
Yo,
Damn,
I was living with
that,
my-
That was just unfair, dude.
I was living
Gabby says
in
yes.
Illinois with my uncle and my aunt.
Where in
It was
Illinois?
I don't fucking know. I was like 7.
No.
It was beaten out of me. So we were living there because my parents are terrible. So we were in foster care, but they're with our relatives, so it's just awful. So in the attic to their 2-story house was completely finished, only wasn't totally finished, but there was a basketball goal up there. Well, my uncle beat the shit out of me all the time because he's a shithead. So we ran out of things to beat with because they usually start breaking, but there was a basketball goal in there just hanging on the wall. He was like, "Oh, you think you're smart." So he just rips that off the wall, turns around back. Well, on the back of the basketball goal, that's where the bolts stick out. And just whack, full fan right on the ass and back and just beat the hell out of me with it until that thing fucking broke. But I always remember that. It's like, you don't forget getting your ass beat with a basketball goal. Just never forget that thing.
All right, so even though
I don't fucking know what I did.
all of them was child abuse, that's extreme child
That
abuse.
is like
Oh, yeah.
holy
That's
shit.
That's
That's what
brutality.
Speaking of which, if anybody's
That's the top of the
remember
mountain.
growing up when your mother threatened to slap you into next week,
Yes.
is that offer still on the
Absolutely.
fucking table? I mean,
Right.
Yeah. I
Yo,
wish.
I want to
I'm
get
with
out
it.
of 2020. I meant when I
Actually,
said
no,
next year,
I
I meant
don't.
next year.
Now I just want to get to the next paycheck because I got things to do.
She would fuck me up. I would legitimately be in the middle
Right
of
now,
next
wake
week,
up.
like
Bro, like eventually they
the
stopped.
fact that TJ's mom slapped his old coworker for lying to him, it's like, no, we don't test that.
yep.
I heard about that, and I was just like, wait, what?
Yep.
Eventually they stopped beating you, and my parents are like, you know what, we're gonna get creative with your punishments. We're not gonna beat you anymore. I'm like, okay, cool.
We're gonna ruin your credit.
And then they started taking. No, I did that myself. I was in college. I wanted a laptop, so I got a credit card, and I did that shit myself. No, they started taking me. They're like, we're gonna punish you. We're gonna ruin your weekend. They took me with them to church,
Oh damn.
and they took me to
Gotta
the
praise
Spanish
the Lord.
mass where I didn't understand a fucking thing they
Oh,
said.
I was gonna ask, were you Catholic? Because
We were
yeah, that shit
Catholic.
took all day.
That shit was a fucking bad aerobics class. Stand, kneel, stand, seal, sit, stand, kneel, sit. Shake
Body of Christ. Body of Christ.
Body
Neo,
of Christ.
sit.
Shake somebody's hand. Body of Christ. Oh, they just sneezed. All right, you're dismissed. Be ashamed for living.
Psalms 1-49. Damn. All right.
And it was in Spanish
Here for
too.
another 6
It wasn't.
minutes.
So I don't like.
Good
I don't
books
know.
in
Like I
Spanish.
can speak Spanish, but like it's not like I'm still like a beginner level Spanish. And they would have all these big ass words. Like I'm like, what the fuck? they said Jesus, and I was like the only thing I understood.
It's like
Jesus.
how I feel when you start speaking stuff. Like, you said
Yeah,
"Bah."
like you can barely understand what I'm saying, but imagine the Spanish they were speaking. They're speaking like Jesus
It's like
Spanish. I
hearing a
don't know.
machine gun go off.
No, they didn't say it fast. No,
Nah,
like
it was-
Mexicans don't talk super fast Spanish. That's
Oh.
another Latino. That's like Puerto Rican or something. I don't know. They will talk when they're mad. They talk really fast.
Mm.
They got to get all their points across.
Like
So,
Yeah.
you look like you have a question.
so Tab,
Yes.
you have a thing for Latinas.
I hate you so
Oh.
much.
Oh.
I saw it coming.
I wanted to know if it had the same reaction for you. Is it somewhat of a turn on when she get mad and start talking at you in machine gun speak?
Yo, you ain't got to answer that. I'll answer that for you. Hell yes. That shit is sexy as hell. Like, I saw somebody else get yelled at. I was like, yo, punish me too, mommy. Let's go.
You ever just turn on? You can't speak Spanish, but you turn on the Spanish channel and you just stare at the women and you put it on mute and just stare.
I ain't never done that.
That's what
I have.
Rod Ryan was talking about doing that on the Buzz. He's like, I turn on the Spanish channel and I'll mute it. And I'll just stare at the women on the channel.
I don't know. There's something like there's legitimately something sexy about Spanish. Like legitimately, like you can hear Chinese and be like, no, that ain't for me. You can hear
That ain't
Russian
it.
and be like, no. You can hear most of French and be like,
That's because like if you speak like German or Russian, you sound angry half the
It's
time.
an angry
That's
speech.
also true.
Like
but
Mandarin.
even angry Spanish just sounds sexy.
Mandarin. Chinese has tones. You have to know
Is
what
it
you're
because
saying.
you have like
It's
different?
it's something rolling with the R's and not them. Like,
That's because you have two Spanish accents. You have the
leave me alone.
You have
said
two
it.
Spanish
Don't king
accents.
shame me.
you
I
have
keep
the
saying it.
you have
We
the
all
Antonio
sh-
you have the Antonio Banderas
Oh, okay.
accent.
Mhm.
Right?
Hola,
Ooh,
me llamo
so-
Puss and Boots. And then you get the Cheech accent. Orale, what's up, Holmes?
I ain't gonna lie, it was Selma Hayek in fucking Desperado.
Bruh, Selma Hayek is
Oh,
God's
God
gift to the
damn.
world.
So what is all right, let's ask this question since we're here. You know what I'm saying? And we got to do a show for a little bit longer. What is your ideal relationship then? I'll go first. Has anybody seen the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
No, but
Saw it
I've seen
coming.
a trailer. I've seen a trailer too. I haven't seen the movie, but I saw a trailer.
There's this scene in Mr. and Mrs. Smith where they find out that they work for two different spy organizations, but they've been married for so long, right? So they find out they're working for two different spy organizations, and then they get basically a kill card for each other. So now they have to go home, kill their wife or husband, right? And like they come out, first of all, Ben Affleck comes home, and Jolie's
Brad Pitt.
Brad
Brad Pitt, my
Pitt
bad.
and
Brad
Angelina
Pitt
Jolie.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about Brad Pitt in this scene. And I'm the gay one. But Brad Pitt comes home and he's like, "Honey, you home?" And he hears like the pots and shit cooking, and she comes in and starts whooping his ass. First, it starts with like guns and shooting and all that other bullshit, but they like disarm each other, and she starts whooping his that right.
The ass whooping that turns into sex is what TJ's talking about.
You want someone who can beat your ass.
You want somebody
13-year-old
that can
me-
beat your ass
In
and beat
more
your
ways
meat
than
at the
one.
same time.
13-year-old me was just. You remember those old fork like a rock? Ooh,
Oh, like a rock.
Oh, God, why?
Today's podcast is brought to you by Nike. Just do it. It's also brought to you by Pringles. Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
I'm just saying that was
Take a
like
nap.
the hottest fucking
also-
scene I've ever seen.
it's
Plus, it
also-
was Angelina.
Right. It's also brought to you by Ford. Like a rock.
Shit. I barely can name two straight girls off the top of my head who don't think Angelina's fine as fuck. Anyway, my bad. My bad. That was me. What about you guys?
Oh no, we
Em?
wanna.
Nah, we not. Nah.
Tap.
Nah.
Nah.
I'm not digging no more graves. I'm done.
What?
I'm done here.
Come on, one more.
What's the question?
No, I'm
What's the
done here.
question?
I'm not doing it.
No,
Would've
it
got me
was
off.
about
Ideal relationship.
yeah, ideal relationships.
We had a whole
Apparently he
show.
wants
Okay.
angry sex.
All right. All right.
No, first of all, angry sex is amazing. It's
That's
just
different.
Angry
Don't-
breakup
don't
sex is amazing.
don't piss me off to
Never
have
had
sex
it.
with me. Just fuck me like you hate me. Like, no, because at the end of the day, I might still be mad. Well, let's keep it 150. I probably won't be because I'm seeing titties. And yeah. What I'm
bro,
saying.
you don't always want her to fuck you like she hates you because sometimes she'll just lay there like a tranquilized mattress.
She don't hate you. She done with you at that point, but
Right? There's no
Yep.
hate involved. It's just
Mhm.
get yours.
despise you,
man.
detest
She
you.
hates your guts. She don't want you to exist no more. You
Mhm.
ever?
Like, why are you in me? Go away.
Let's talk about like okay, we're talking about ideal relationships, but like you ever had a friend or somebody that just they hated somebody so much that like no matter what they did, it pissed them off. Like, look at them over there, breathing,
TJ?
eating food, existing, thriving.
Why y'all looking at me?
Sir,
Mm.
right there.
I'll take one of those.
Where you have him? I got him right here.
How
Yeah,
dare they
right
exist?
there. Mhm.
Mhm.
TJ.
Sir,
TJ.
sir.
Where you at?
I got multiple friends lists for this nigga. Hey, TJ coming? All right, this
If
nigga
I don't
ain't
fuck with you,
coming. This nigga ain't coming. This nigga ain't coming. This nigga, hold on. You know what? Just be safe. He ain't coming. We just not gonna bring him along at all.
Just
Yeah.
keep disappearing.
If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. That's just what it is.
Nah,
I'm not gonna be an
I-
asshole
also-
about it, and I'm
No,
not
but-
gonna sit there in your face and pretend like I fuck with you. Like, no. Every time you say something, I'm gonna be mad. So I'm not gonna ruin my night like that.
Oh no, I was just about to say that. I do respect him for not whooping the person's ass because he thought it was funny though because he thought it was one person, and then found
And
out
then
it
there was
wasn't the
someone
person he
else.
was mad at.
Oh
But hold on. But the person that he thought it was, they had the situation. What was it? Final Fantasy 14. It was Final Fantasy 14, and the person was still a part of the reason why he was angry. So he's like, "Well, even if it ain't him, fuck him too." And I was like,
Okay, so here's a question.
Hmm.
You ever? I guess this is mostly towards TJ. Is there someone that you like? You don't know what, like for some reason, like you don't hate him, but you just want to punch him in the face, like, dog.
No.
I don't have a problem with you. I
No.
don't hate you, but for some reason, I just
Mm-mm.
no.
I get.
He
I'm
only
a
has
firm
reasons.
believer.
Do
I'm
you
a
get
firm
those urges
believer-
often, Goku?
I'm a firm believer
because
in giving
17's like
everybody
that.
the opportunity to miss an ass whooping.
Hmm.
I'm
I
a
give-
firm believer that everyone in their life at one point should have gotten their ass whooped.
Oh, for sure.
Why?
Definitely.
Because like
Yeah.
Because
Hell,
you deserved it at
understand.
some point. You
right, you deserve
like
it.
at some point, right? Everyone,
even
if no one was there, right? Even if you only did it in your head, at one point in your life, you were racist and you said some racist shit. I say it out loud. I don't give a fuck. Fuck white people. Second of all, no, but real like at some point in your life, you fucking deserved it. At some point in your life, you were a piece of shit. Especially like, and most likely it was around the years where you were 12 through 16. That's where you
Oh, yeah.
definitely
Bad.
deserved
I was a
an
real
ass
asshole
whooping.
back then.
Yeah, that's where you definitely deserved an ass whooping.
I got. too
I
many
got my
stories on
ass
that.
whooped like this big. Look, when I was in middle school, I was like 10, just about to turn 11. There was this big, mammoth, overgrown white boy that looked like he should be in high school. He was like taller than me. He was like Juggernaut or a rhinoceros or a hungry hippo running through the fucking field.
Oh goddamn!
I wasn't even looking. He hated my guts for no reason because I was different or because I was younger, and I was shy and I was quiet.
Maybe
And so,
because
like,
you
he-
supposed to be
he
in
was
middle
just being a
school, you
fucking
supposed to
bully, dude.
graduated.
And he fucking tackled me like we were playing football and I had the fucking ball.
And y'all playing flag football or something?
We were getting ready to play flag football, and I was just putting my
Yep.
belt on. I wasn't even looking. I was putting on my belt, and out of nowhere, next thing you know, I'm sliding like 10 fucking yards in the grass.
Like, oh, now things are getting interesting.
Dude,
Not
no, I was crying.
All right,
No,
Dio.
I got up. I was crying because I stood up because he had nearly broken my wrist at the time.
Damn.
Because for no reason, he tackled me. I didn't talk shit to him. I didn't say anything. Because
No, I'm a firm believer in
hated
giving
you.
everybody the opportunity to earn an ass whooping.
Well, at the time, like I got my ass whooped and I didn't even do anything to deserve it. But it also, like, there was this one dude, this black kid. He was like 6'5" and weighed 300 pounds, and he's like 12. They said he
plays
was
in the
12.
NBA
I'm
now.
questioning it now that I'm an adult.
See his paperwork.
He pulled me down the bleachers and whipped my ass because we were playing some game and we were in teams and he was in the opposite team. And he's like, he decided to
Just take you out.
To you today.
Gabby had a funny story.
He pulled
I
me down the
just had to laugh
fucking
at that.
bleachers and I got my ass whooped like I owed him money.
Damn.
And yeah, I've got my ass whooped a lot too. But the thing is, like when I was younger, when I was in middle school and shit, everybody called me Kuwabara, because that's when like Toonami was big, and Yu Yu Hakusho was on Toonami Adult Swim because Yusuke couldn't stop saying asshole. But like all of us watched that, and that's what we would talk about. Like some bus stops would talk about like SmackDown because that came on Thursdays. We
On
talked
UPN.
about fucking Yu Yu Hakusho. And like everybody just called me Kuwabara because I would take an ass whooping, and the very next day,
Talk
Hey.
shit.
come here, we got to run this fade again. What you didn't I just whoop your ass yesterday?
No, I got my
ass
my
again.
Zenkai boost now. I got you now.
Bet you won't whoop my ass again. That was my shit.
Oh yeah, nigga, get your ass whooped. Talk shit.
The thing is, in middle school, my middle school was called Black Middle School, and it was mostly Hispanics and black people, and there was like 20
Was it in
white
Houston?
people. It was in Houston.
Which one? Put it out there.
It's called FN Black Middle School. It's near it's not in the Heights, but it's near the Heights.
Oh well, it wasn't A-Leaf, so you good.
Well, this is close to Acres Homes. This is before the neighborhood got good.
Still not A-Leaf.
Yeah, man, look, don't be talking shit about my neighborhood, man. I like
Fuck
Acres
Acres
Homes.
Homes.
Oh,
Fuck the north side.
Here
Fuck
we go.
northwest side.
Yeah, but
Fuck
street
third
wars and
ward. Fuck
stuff.
fifth ward. West. All right, my bad.
No, you're right. Fuck 'em. I'm a grown ass
Comes out
adult now.
sometimes.
I was gonna
Right?
say.
The only neighborhood I'm loyal to is the one that I can afford to live in.
Hey.
All right.
Facts, and I'm all the way in Cyprus now. I'm not really about that life no more.
You in
It's
Cyprus?
just fun to remember, right?
You in Cyprus?
I think we all, us three
I'm
are
in
like-
Jersey
Yeah.
Village.
Oh, you
technically.
are? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I know, right?
No, but like you couldn't be like you couldn't openly admit that you liked anime or cartoons or Power Rangers or any of that stuff when I was in middle school.
When I was in middle
Wait,
school,
Shit, I
how
did
old
that
are
shit.
you?
Don't give a fuck.
I'm 32.
If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 32.
87.
What the fuck?
He's aged well.
Bro, that was our shit. Like if you didn't
Yeah.
watch Dragon Ball Z, you didn't watch Yu Yu Hakusho, you didn't watch
Yeah,
Well,
talking
no,
about-
Dragon Ball Z was
remember
like
what-
the only one that everyone knew. Like you got made fun of if you were like super into Pokemon.
Yeah, definitely.
no, because I'm gonna say it depends on your area. Because so, for example, I grew up in a very country area, so they knew what anime was, but they didn't understand it. And then a lot of people only anime they knew was hentai. So anytime I was like, "Yo, Dragon Ball
The
Z,"
only anime
hentai.
you knew was
First of all,
Hentai.
Yeah, for
it's
real.
hentai.
I didn't
and
get
it's
into
art.
hentai. Thank you, but I didn't get into hentai until I was like 15, 16.
So
But
2
before
weeks
then, it
after you
was-
started watching anime.
Exactly. No, I'm no, because I grew up watching.
Oh,
BBC and everybody
JMB.
else.
I remember Big O was on Toonami too. That was
No.
on like the day side of Toonami, not Adult Swim. And Big O came out like way later.
Before Toonami was all anime. I was watching Toonami when Thundercats and Batman and
The old school stuff.
Old school Toonami.
Yeah.
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 that's when
That's what I'm
Toonami
saying.
was run by Moltar and not Tom.
Yep.
Oh
Sounds
wow,
better.
yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
Hey, I'm just saying, Tom's one of my favorite voice actors. But the whole thing is, like I was just saying, though, depending on your area, you get different results. Because you got them closet anime fans that, even though they may just watch DBZ, they see someone making fun of you because you like DBZ, they gonna join in because everybody else is making fun of you. Not that it's
Long as
actually
it's not us.
right.
Hell no.
Let me address
I don't
some
know
comments.
where the fuck y'all grew up in A-Leaf. If you was making fun of a nigga who watched DBZ, well, nigga, where you learn to fight then?
That's exactly
Like,
Well, let's
Yo,
see.
yeah,
If,
yeah.
let's
Take
see
30
if that's
minutes.
better than. Let's see if that's better than Dragon Ball Z, nigga. Come here. And then once you whoop their ass, how you like that Wolfang fist?
For
I'm
real,
just
like,
saying, bro. Like,
There's
DBZ was our
this
shit.
old
Yeah,
video,
DBZ would
there's
have a
this-
nigga want
there's
to
this
box.
old video where this Hispanic dude is fighting this white guy, and the white guy knows martial arts, so he does a pose, and everybody's like, "Oh shit!" And the Hispanic guy's like backing up, and he's like, and he starts doing the pose, and he starts like walking towards him, and then somebody yells in the background, "That's some Dragon Ball Z shit right there."
Hey, might as
I
well
haven't,
try.
I haven't heard from Super Jew in a minute.
I was gonna say y'all are.
Because
No,
you're
that's
talking
fine.
about fighting. When do you think
talking
Super
about
Jew's
throwing
ever been in a
hands.
fight?
Hell yeah.
I feel
Tell
like
us-
she squabbed with
Tell us
Parker
your
before.
fights.
Or at
I
the
feel
very
like
least, got her.
She might have stabbed those
people once or
niggas.
twice before. I know
No.
Jewish people ain't afraid of the belt.
I never got that. I wasn't that bad a kid.
No, I was terrible. I was fucking bad.
I was.
Hell yeah,
I
was a
had
badass
moments.
kid.
I have
My-
some horrible stories.
My
Hard
dad.
drive.
It was actually mostly my dad. Like my dad has like a really bad temper, and that's where I get it from. But like my dad would hit me because like bullshit. Like he hit me one time because we were leaving. Like my sister and I used to be at a babysitter's house, and for whatever reason, I just got up on my mom's car, and I wasn't being like belligerent. I don't think I just decided to stand on the car. And then when I got home, next thing I remember, like I'm getting hit. It was some weird ass shit. I don't know. And then there was one time we were outside. My dad was trying to put in a sprinkler system, and I was playing with a PVC pipe that was like 10 feet long. And my little sister was behind me, and I picked up the pipe, and she's literally right behind the pipe. So it hit her in the face, not intentionally. She just shouldn't have been like right behind the pipe. But because my dad was out already, and I said I was sorry. Even my mom saw it. She was there. She's like, yeah, but no, my dad like grabs me by the arm, pulls me into the house, whaps me. It's like,
threw
I
you
didn't
in the
even
house?
do anything wrong. What?
Did he like throw you in the house, like physically pick you up and yeet you into the house?
I was like, yeet! Ah, da-da-da!
Like,
No,
did he pull an
no,
Uncle
he
Phil with
pulled.
jazz?
I
and
can't
just
wait to see
throw-
Don with kids. He
No,
gonna
you
eat the
don't.
fuck out of one
He
of them.
pulled. He pulled me, and that was the thing. So my the house that I grew up in, it was on a corner house. This is how pissed off he was because where we were playing and he was laying down the
law.
the sprinkler system. Shut up. The sprinkler system and stuff. We were right in front of the front door. He dragged my ass around the corner through the garage into the kitchen, and then hit me.
I ain't
That's
gonna
how
lie.
upset he was.
I ain't gonna
Oh,
lie.
no,
Seeing
that-
those shits in
I know,
stores
it's bad.
where people grab their kids, the ones that are yelling and they disappear for a few seconds, you're like,
Yep.
oh, you know what it is. You done really fucked up. Ooh,
Yeah.
he about to get his ass.
No, I like that.
Whoa!
Change your life.
No, I like that. When they just like don't do anything. So like I said, in a hotel, my first room, this little brat was like crying and screaming for like 2 hours.
Hmm?
I started at like 6 or whatever in the morning, and already one of the other hotel guests goes over and is like, "Is there a problem?" But this kid is just screaming and crying, and the parents aren't doing shit. And it's like, what the fuck? Be a goddamn adult. Do something.
Shut your
But then
kid
you hear
up
the kid.
before I shut them up for
Well,
you.
I think the problem
Right.
with a lot
But
of
then you hear the
parents-
kids also. Then I heard the kids screaming again, like, "Daddy's gonna hit me! Daddy's gonna hit me!" I was like, "I wish your daddy had hit you like an hour and a half ago, baby." Sorry,
need
but
to
no.
sleep.
Now you gotta catch it. I would have felt sorry for you if you said that earlier, but now I was like, next time start
You gotta
with facts.
deserve
next
it.
next time that kid is crying, I need you to record it, and we're gonna turn that into a condom commercial.
Oh, Goku, I need to send you a video.
Oh, that commercial.
Well, I'm on a whole different floor now. It's been a month. I haven't heard anything. Thank God.
Well, there's lots of
So-
screaming kids out
I
there.
want
so
to
I'm sure they'll
acknowledge the
get
fact
them.
that y'all had enough income to get a sprinkler system. You know what my parents fucking did? They
Let
would
it
send
rain?
my
That
bitch
my
ass
dad
out there to
put
water the
together.
grass.
with a
That my
hose.
dad put together again out of PVC
I'm
pipe.
mad y'all had a fucking front
Mhm.
lawn.
You
But,
had a
right?
lawn.
We lived in a
You
house,
had a
but
front door?
we lived in a house, but like we lived in.
I grew up in a
My
dishwasher box.
grandparents and my mom's siblings and us lived in the same house, so it was like 10 people living in a 3-bedroom house.
Like your
Yeah.
own room? How dare you?
Bro, I
Talk
didn't
such
have my
luxury to
own
me.
fucking room until I was like 14 or 15.
So
I was 8.
Actually, no, I
Oh.
shared it.
got my
I
own
shared
room.
it. I shared it. I didn't have my fucking own room in this house until
Right.
I moved out and had to move back in.
well, no, like Goku and Jace, we've talked about it like very briefly. I don't think you guys know. So yeah, I'm not much of a fighter. I was bullied a lot as a kid because duh.
Now you let
Do
Goku
you ever
bully you.
you ever hear somebody say that and immediately be like, I wish we would have went to the same school?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
We would have fought for you.
I
It would've been a
I wish
totally
all
different
y'all
story.
were at my school because there are so many people I was like, I wish like all y'all were at my school. I would have felt. But that being said, I feel like also technically.
We would not have
No,
hung out.
actually, no. I'm torn. Like some of these things, I'm like, man, you guys probably would have like given me some shit too. Like it was.
Oh no.
Was you
Don't-
being racist?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
that's
real,
true
yeah.
man.
though.
Like here's
Oh,
the thing.
yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Oh
We'll
yeah.
do it out of love. But the second somebody else does it, excuse me,
There you go.
do you know this person? No, I
There you
just
go.
thought y'all want to join it. Cool. So now you got to catch all this ass whooping.
Like, no, it's happened at the Renaissance. Like, our
Yeah.
homeboy was like flirting with the girl, and then her friend, the guy that was interested in her, started getting mad and jealous, and he's all like,
Hmm.
so we're talking shit to our friend, like, hey man, don't be such a dumbass, you know, you dumb fuck, you idiot, you're a fucking idiot. But homeboy comes over here, man, who the fuck are you? And like, why are you talking to my girl? And then all of a sudden, all of us are like, man, who the fuck you is talking to him like that? That's our homeboy. We get to talk to him like that. You don't get to talk to him like that.
Yeah, it's like a roast session. The second you start, oh,
You have a
Challenger has
hard.
arrived.
Yeah.
No, I threatened the guy. I'm like, listen, man, I'm about to stab you in 5 different languages.
Write it down. Write that down. Write that down.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, no, that's the same thing to do with siblings. Like,
No, yeah, like that, and that was the thing that was like surprising because I was at the school where everybody went to the same school. I mean, well, we were the group of kids that we all went to the same school in elementary school. We were all in like the same classes. We all knew each other since we were like 5, and then we just kept going up and up and up. And then starting 5th grade, it was like for whatever reason, I was the one to be like. To get shit talked all the time. Like everything I did was a laughable act. Anything, if I tried to stand up for myself, it was always like 100 times worse than if anybody else did it.
Yeah, that
And it made me
behavior's
feel
fucking
bad
taught,
because that
though.
just wasn't. And it made me feel bad because that wasn't my nature. Like I remember this one instance in particular. They've been ragging on me for months and months and months about being Jewish. We had our holiday party, and of course my parents came over and we talked about Hanukkah again because of course we did. We've been doing that since I was in kindergarten. And later, my teacher was out for some reason, and we actually didn't have a sub in the room, so it was like the other 5th grade teachers were checking in on us, so we were alone in our room,
Fifth
in our
graders,
classroom.
very responsible.
Oh yeah. And for whatever reason, one of the kids was talking shit to me, and I was like, and I just got like really upset about it. So I was like, yeah, well, I think Christians are pathetic. I remember saying that. And as soon as I said it, I just broke down crying because I was like, that is a terrible thing to say. And of course, she and the rest of the class lost their shit. Like, oh, you think so? It's like, motherfucker. And then the teacher came in just in that moment, and they were all like, Rachel said Christians suck and stuff like that. I was like, they've been talking shit about me being Jewish. What am I
There's this
supposed
list
to
of
do?
anti-Semitic things they said.
Yeah.
Back door on that. Yeah, fuck Christians. Fuck all of them hoes talking about Jesus.
Jesus
Nobody know who the
this,
fuck
Jesus
Jesus,
that.
is.
First
your
off,
ass up. Walk on water. You stupid.
we were talking
motherfucker.
about toxic fandoms, and I
Go to
brought
Chris
that up.
Angel.
You know
Shut
what's a
up.
toxic fandom?
Christians.
Christianity.
religion.
You leave Obi-Wan Kenobi alone. He's bad for our sins.
Wait a
First
minute.
off,
Wait a minute. You
I
leave Obi-Wan
love
Kenobi the
how
fuck alone.
Christians are
Wow.
all about Jesus this, Jesus that, Jesus. I'm like, first off, motherfucker, you obviously don't know anything about the fucking Bible because his name ain't fucking Jesus.
Say sus.
Oh, that is God.
Well, no, it's Ishua, which was actually Joshua, which translates to Joshua, but we're not gonna get into that conversation.
Okay.
But I'm like, secondly, y'all are
But
here
what's
preaching.
your problem with Obi-Wan?
No, that,
He-
My
It's
problem with
weird.
Obi-Wan is he had the high ground.
That's
Was he not
like-
supposed
He's
to?
a veteran.
Like, what the
And that
fuck?
nigga knows
sounds
what
like-
he's doing.
like
Is
I
he
said,
not
Obi-Wan-
supposed to?
Then again,
No.
then
That
again,
sounds like an Anakin
then
problem.
again,
Can we
That was
air it out real
Anakin's
quick?
stupid
You're
ass
right.
fault.
Anakin
Can
is
we
a
air it
dumb
out real
fuck.
quick?
Gets a fucking idiot. He learned from his
caught
mistakes.
the most bodies in the Star Wars universe. Period.
Yes.
That's my nigga, bro.
He is.
That
He
nigga
killed a
was not
robot
here to play.
buzzsaw. How the fuck do you beat a robot that just spins blades
Oh,
at you?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan was
Constantly.
fucking badass. He's like these hands rated E for everybody. Everyone catches
Exactly.
And did not want to do it. That's the bad part. He was like, man, maybe I should. Nah, you want to
But what's-
smoke. Now I gotta fuck you up.
What's cold is Obi-Wan is also Spider-Man because he had a witty one-liner for everybody.
Hello, General Kenobi.
Anakin,
I came to rescue you.
Anakin was actually the
Good job.
spoiled ass brat that didn't get his ass whooped as a child.
Right?
Anakin
Oh, you
made
mean
that
like people who are
mistake.
wearing underwear
I hate,
for
I
masks?
hate the way that they portray Anakin in the prequels.
Poorly? Yes.
When he gets
Just
chopped up and he
terrible.
catches on fire, he starts crying, "I hate you. You're the reason why I lost."
No, because
Like,
when
what are you
read-
supposed to do in that
you read fucking
situation?
stuff,
Like,
dude.
he's talking shit the whole time.
Yeah.
when you
like,
go
you
back and read it though, like Anakin was actually that nigga. Like he was cold as fuck. Like everybody was afraid of Anakin. Like that whole scene that Anakin, you know, the meme now. We recognize you on this council, but don't give you the rank of master. That whole scene is actually pulled from like one of Mark Miradan's books. But that scene actually carries a lot of weight. Like that was one of the big scenes of making who Anakin was. And after that, Anakin's like, okay, fuck the Jedi then, and fuck everything they stand for, and starts killing Jedi without any recompense. Like that whole the other scene where he kills the younglings, that wasn't supposed to be younglings. That was supposed to be him killing the council. That nigga was cold, bro, and they just made him a bitch for no reason.
No,
Because they made him a badass later as Vader.
no, but here's the thing though.
He was already
If you
a
really
badass.
think about it, did Anakin fulfill the prophecy?
Yes. Technically,
They kept making those fucking
Technically.
movies. I don't think
technically, Obi-Wan fulfilled the prophecy.
so. We wanted
Okay,
Qui-Gon had a
no,
plan.
no. I want to hear your thing. I want to hear your statement on that.
Technically, Obi-Wan did because he was supposed to bring balance to both light and the darkness. Obi-Wan not only made the greatest of darkness, but he also made the greatest of good in Luke Skywalker. And not only that, he made sure that Luke Skywalker had the Jedi training that was necessary for him to be a Grand Master. And once Luke Skywalker becomes a Grand Master and starts training Jedis, he also sees that the greatest good at that time is to wipe out the Jedi again, restarting the entire order, which is exactly what the fuck he did. If anyone actively created and fulfilled the prophecy, it was Obi-Wan Kenobi. Also, another reason why he's that nigga.
He's like, he read the thing, like, you know, this might mean something else. We should probably look into that. Like, no,
Yeah,
we
Qui-Gon
gotta
was-
train
We,
this
Qui-Gon-
guy.
we all know that Jar Jar Binks is the greatest Sith Lord that ever.
Oh,
lived.
fuck.
I
Saw
wanted
it
that to
coming,
be so
was prepared
true.
still.
I did too. I'm not gonna lie. I would have been pissed off in the theaters. Then later on, I would have laughed my ass
I would have
off.
laughed in theaters. Like,
I like the meme that somebody made,
fucking
like
called it.
where Qui-Gon's like, speaking does not mean intelligence, and they have the whole where he roasts him like, "Listen
Bitch.
here, you bitch ass space hobo."
Just went to an underground civilization, you jackass.
Well, all right, so like on that tip, how do you guys feel about the new series of the Star Wars franchise?
The
came out
movies?
recently?
I think it looks pretty.
Are you talking about the Mandalorian?
Haven't
Or are
seen
you
it.
talking about like?
Not the Mandalorian. I don't care for the Mandalorian. I think the Mandalorian is just there for meme culture, which is fine. It's all good and well. But I meant the movies. Yeah.
I think okay, so I thought the first one, the seventh one, was good. I think because the reason why the eighth one didn't work, and this is my theory, because they changed the director, and the director wanted to change everything. The movie itself isn't bad. It just drags on way too long. If you go back and you watch it,
Isn't that every Star Wars movie though?
no. Like
This
in this
one was
movie,
good.
there are some
No, you're
parts where
thinking Lord of the
it
Rings
feels
book,
like
baby.
it should
Okay.
end. No, there are parts of this movie where it feels like it should be ending, but it keeps going and going and
Yeah.
going and going. Like it had so many climactic endings in a single movie to where the novelty is worn off and you just don't care anymore.
Constantly peaking.
And plus,
Did something.
the original story was for Rey to be the
A
daughter
Kenobi.
of Luke, because in one of the scripts they used one of the scripts for the Disney Infinity Star Wars, and Kylo Ren refers to Rey as cousin. But they fucked it up because Disney and directors and
Well, I think the problem with
Nah,
the
we gotta stop
new
blaming
Star
Disney
Wars,
for some shit.
we have to. I mean, I think the problem with the new Star Wars franchise is because they wanted to make a bigger verse than just the movies scenario. They
No,
wanted to
and-
incorporate too many different things.
Mm-hmm.
let me
Oh boy.
let me tell you why I blame Disney. You see this right
Uh-oh.
here? This right here is
Hey.
one of the best
Hey.
Star Wars fucking
Yo.
video games ever.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We
That's fire.
hey,
Okay,
That is fire.
Goku.
We
You was about to have to
understand.
learn Ultra Instinct real quick because I was gonna whoop your ass if you tried to trash the Force Unleashed.
Yo, I think all
Yeah.
three of us would have came to your house. I mean,
Y'all-
Y'all can try.
That's the most-
You're gonna bring out my inner Mexican.
hey. All right, continue.
All right, okay. No, I love this fucking video game. The second one's not that great. But this one was
Yeah, nah.
fucking canon until Disney bought Star Wars, and then they made this shit uncanon.
Well,
there was a lot of shit that Disney
Uncanonized,
quote unquote
yeah.
made no longer canon. But at the same time, I can't be mad at them because the whole point of Disney like acquiring the license of Star Wars was to give Star Wars the opportunity to say, hey, let's redo this very fragmented story in a way that makes sense. Because at the time, realistically, anybody who, not saying that no one here doesn't, but anybody who hardcore followed Star Wars, like I don't hardcore follow Star Wars anymore. I stopped reading the books a long time ago, right? But like anyone who hardcore follows Star Wars had an inherent problem with the Clone Wars, because the Clone Wars goes back and redoes a lot of shit that nobody even knew about or even had a frame of reference for. So now it's starting to make these characters who are supposed to be larger than life, such as Anakin and Obi-Wan, and even Darth Maul, seem a little bit less in comparison. But with Disney acquiring the license, now a lot of that has to be forgiven, right? Because you now have the bad guy to blame. You have Disney to blame. Oh, well, it's Disney's fault. They made Darth Maul a bitch.
Well, no.
Darth Maul was supposed to be a bitch, dog. Like,
I don't blame Disney for the direction or the story because they don't write the fucking script.
Mm-mm.
I blame Disney for picking the shitty directors that are behind the stories and the scripts.
I can support that. I can support his statement.
Were
Think
there-
about it.
were there
So-
shitty directors?
It's 50-50.
No, I'll say because think about it this way. So I know that TJ is gonna already say fuck certain individuals in the movie,
Yes.
but you know the Justice League movie. You know, in the middle of that one, something happened with the first director because it went from dark to comedy towards the end of the movie.
His
I've
daughter.
never watched.
In the Justice League movie, Zack Snyder was in charge, but his daughter passed away.
Yeah, because his daughter passed away, then they switched directors because of the situation. And what happened was for that one is instead of just following one direction, which it was already dark and glooming, the other person took over and made it to like this. Oh, it's comedy. Oh, we're gonna have the Superman versus Flash race. Shut up, TJ.
you know me. Oh, you know me so well.
I have not seen that movie. I gotta see it now, just for that part.
Definitely go watch the movie. You'll know that you can see exactly when Zach basically had to step out. Like we're not. The whole thing is like, for example, if they would stay with Zach's, even with a different director, you could still be like, hey, this is what Zach was going for, instead of being like, yeah, fuck everything he was doing. We're gonna do it my way now.
Reshoots.
But do you actually like blame the directors for that? Because I mean, let's be real. With the latest trilogy, it's not a director choice, right? Like most of that is J.J. Abrams at the end of the day.
Right.
Like it's just J.J. Abrams deciding he wants to blow shit up.
And here's
Cool.
the thing, and I also agree with
blow
you. Because
plants.
This sounds like
Michael Bay.
This does sound like I'm contradicting myself, but I also agree on that as well. Like, it's not always the director's fault. Batman versus Superman is like proof of that, because if you watch the extended edition, it make like those extra 30 minutes make the movie make so much more sense. Because I already understood the movie because I'm a comic book fan. I'm a DC, Batman, Justice League, Superman fan. So I already knew what they were going with. I knew what everything meant. I knew what, and it made so much sense to me. But when you watch it with those extra 30 minutes, it becomes so political, like how the political world views Superman, like in a realistic tone. It just makes the movie a lot better.
Fuck Superman.
Yeah, he ain't a fan of Superman. That's why I told him to shut up before he got to it.
Sorry.
No, it's
That just
fine.
came
Superman is very fucking boring.
Yes.
He is.
Yes. Thank you. This
He
is
is.
the worst character design that has ever in
Well,
any
only-
like comic
like I
book
said, the
series
only
that's
time
progeny.
Superman is just Jesus Christ with a cape.
And then what's crazy is like they can't think of consistency for Superman.
Like I
Like
said
this-
in the podcast once, the only time I truly liked Superman is that's one speech he had against Darkseid.
Yeah.
Basically,
That was
anytime
pretty
he's evil.
But
No,
on
he
top of
wasn't
that-
evil. He was just like, I'm going to fucking whoop your ass.
But he's had that
Correction,
same
more
speech. He's had
aggressive.
that same speech a couple of times, especially when, like, I think it was in the Justice League series, where I think someone goes to the future or whatever, and they find out that Superman is like a totalitarianism, and he's like controlling the entire world. And
No, that was in the Superman cartoon. That was when Lois went forward in the future, and because Lois disappeared, like Superman
When
lost his
Lex
humanity or some
Lex
shit.
was the president and he gave them
Yeah.
the man a lobotomy. Yeah, all right. So
No, they
yeah,
they,
we're
they
talking about
killed the
Superman.
Flash. They murdered the Flash.
They killed the Flash because that was the heart of their team. Basically, because they don't have that one person being the conscience. Superman just was like, you know what?
Oh, that episode.
They murdered
really
the Flash
can
and he
destroy
shot him
shit.
with a shotgun on public television. It was a showcase that they did for television, and they murdered him in cold blood with a gun.
Well, I mean, like even when it's that scenario,
Oh, in the comic?
like
No,
they
in the
can't
cartoon.
in the cartoon.
I don't remember
They
that part
can't
in the
make-
cartoon.
Yeah, I
I gotta
remember that.
watch this again.
They can't ever make a consistent fucking Superman, and that's what pisses me off the most.
And just real quick,
Hell,
just
have you seen what they done to Batman?
Just real quick.
Which one?
The Superman
Hold on.
thing. The Superman thing. They showed that clip in the episode because if you want to look for it, it's in the episode where they discovered the Justice Lords. They show what would have happened, or why the Justice Lords became evil.
Also,
Ano-
just so
Well, I remember the episodes in the
point.
series. I just don't remember that
Lex,
specific detail.
didn't Lex do it?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, now I remember
What were
it.
you gonna say? TJ?
also to Tab's point, the only fucking Batman that matters to me anymore
It's Red
Terry
Hood.
Terry fucking McGinnis, bitch. Fuck you.
I say Terry McGinnis, nigga. What the hell is your problem?
Red
Terry
Hood,
McGinnis
Jason
was that
Todd.
nigga.
Red Hood.
Fuck
Jason
you.
Todd was
Fuck
Batman
Jason
with
Todd.
guns. He gave
Jason
no
Todd
fucks.
with the Jason Todd with the cowl is fucking bullshit. That's not even
I
Batman.
say
I
Jason
don't
Todd.
give a
even
fuck about
Batman.
that.
Hey,
I want,
no, hold
I
on, hold
said
on, hold on.
Red
I got
Hood.
some for you. I got some for you.
I'm
Ask
listening.
him, ask him how that crowbar felt first, though.
And he made Joker pay for that shit.
But hold on.
He made, hold up. He
Ask-
made
ask
Joker
about
pay
that
for that
crowbar
shit
first,
when
dog.
Batman should have.
Oh,
Ask him about that crowbar first, dog. Talk,
And that's
man.
what. And
Hey,
that's
if
what
he
he
was
was
good
robbing.
Batman,
You know
if he
what?
was, if he was
Understandable.
good, hold on. If he was a good apprentice, that crowbar shouldn't have meant nothing. But
I
what
mean,
did that crowbar say though?
Who else has had the cowl to
Oh,
actually do
hold on,
something
wait.
with it?
And
Damian
to be
Wayne?
fair, they said they already the creators of that comic book about that call in. Somebody literally had that shit on call for him to die every fucking minute.
Yeah.
It was an automatic thing.
So actually, there's something that I wanted to say because you were talking about Superman and the
Fuck
speeches.
Superman.
No, we're
Yeah.
talking about Redhead now.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. But just,
We're talking about comics. We're good.
Fuck Red Hood.
there's one
Shut
speech that
up. Jensen
Superman had.
Ackles was amazing in that movie. Thank you very fucking much.
There's one
Yes, he
speech that
was.
Superman has that I think, to me, it's one of the best speeches. Even though I don't like Superman, this speech is the reason why I respect him. Somebody was going to commit suicide in one of the comics, and
Yeah.
Superman shows up,
I remember that one. That
and
was
the
a good
person's
one.
like, like, stay away from me, don't try to stop me, and Superman's like, no, I'm not going to stop you, and he starts talking to the person. I'm like, look, just think about it. If there's nothing, think about your life, think about all the people, think about everything you can accomplish. If there's nothing in life that you think is worth living, anything at all, just the smallest thing, if you jump off this building, I won't save you. But if you find the one smallest thing that you believe that you can truly live for, I will carry you down to the ground, like no questions. Like we'll never mention this ever again.
I mean, that's not as good as the
That was a good
Deadpool suicide
I
stop,
said,
but
yeah.
like, yeah. It's,
Look,
it's
hold on.
still-
Let's keep it 150. The best DC character right now is that bitch Amanda Waller. Fight me.
The best DC character right now. and
Amanda
forever-
Waller. That bitch.
Shut up, bitch. Don't nobody give a fuck about your opinion. The best
Nigga,
DC
fuck you, hoe ass
character
nigga.
right now.
Amanda Waller, dog.
The best DC
Which
character
one?
right
In
now.
fact, you know
Which
why
one?
Amanda Waller's the
Forever
best?
will be.
Hold up,
is
let me tell you
fucking
why.
Static Shock. And I don't give a fuck what you say. And I don't
Look,
give a
look,
fuck about
look, look.
Amanda Waller
No, you see,
or
look, you see,
Batman.
he coming back.
In
He coming back.
respect to anything
I hate you
that's
so
ever been
much.
put out
You
is
set,
Static
you
fucking
set me up
Shock.
for that shit.
He kind of did, but you kind of did it to yourself because you didn't want him to finish. That's what you get for not letting him finish.
That's your ass.
But now he got a
I
point
put
though.
him on the
My boy
same
Static.
stool.
No.
I'll put him on the same stool. The reason why I
No.
like Amanda Waller was so much is
Fuck
because she went smooth head to head with the Justice League and ain't bat an eye. Batman was shook.
A couple
Was
of times, yeah.
shook. Even in the movie,
Mhm.
in the cartoon, he was shook. He was like, "Better watch yourself, rich boy."
Mhm.
And he, yeah, nigga, I know.
Oh, come on. Like everyone
And-
fucking knows who the fuck Batman is.
Mhm.
And then
No,
on top,
hold on, pause.
no, hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Let me finish because
Let me
I got
finish.
shit to say.
Let me finish.
Go
And
ahead.
then on top of that, she is technically responsible for Terry McGinnis.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
that was good.
That's a point to Amanda Waller, I guess, if we're still on the Terry McGinnis thing. But again, Static motherfucking Shock, dog.
And
This
also,
nigga is cold.
I can't. I got no
Static
argument.
Shock
That's
was
the bad
such a
part of this
fucking
situation.
problem.
He knows
for
I have no argument because
everybody.
he knows how much I love Static. I
No,
fucking hate
I
this
love
nigga.
Static. Static was such a fucking problem for everybody that they had to put him away. They couldn't beat him. They couldn't stop him. They had to put him away somewhere where he couldn't use his powers. And then when he's saved, this nigga does not go, okay, let me go back to my superhero duties. He does not say, let me help you, Terry, with whatever the fuck you got going on. Okay, now that I'm out, let me finish what I started. And proceeds to fuck up everyone in Gotham City. That
I
nigga's
think
cold, bro.
My
No-
favorite moment of Static is where Joker thinks he's about to fucking
Shock Batman.
Batman. He was like, "Oh, that's cute. Let me try."
I like that too.
That's a
I
big-
just like that they didn't end it on a cliffhanger. You could tell they were going to go somewhere else after that second season, and then they're like, and
I
they
recently
just stopped signing checks.
watched Static Shock because it was on a friend's Plex server, and I didn't know how much like I appreciated that show until I rewatched it.
Did
Like
you
that
watch the
show-
racist episode?
Oh yes,
Yeah, because they touched
yes.
on
There's a
stuff
lot
that-
in that show that's just really
Oh,
like
yeah.
Static's dad.
Agreed.
Probably the second best dad in Black community ever. The first one being Philip Banks.
Yeah, I'm not saying
Preach.
Well, no, that makes sense because Static Shock was
Agreed.
created by an independent comic book company that always tackled racist issues, especially in the Black community. But I guess I don't know what happened. I think they went bankrupt, or they were going bankrupt.
Image
so DC,
Yeah, something happened.
Image-
No, he asked to be paid for his character. The creator of Static Shock, I think his name is like Daniel something. I can't ever think of his last name. But he has to be paid for his character, Static Shock, when Static became very, very popular.
God, I saw your text.
Because they
I
didn't-
saw your message.
They didn't fucking want to pay. That's kind of the problem with like Black comic book heroes. Me and Don were talking about this because I'm actually writing a story where a Black comic book hero also has electric powers, but they make a reference to that, right? There's a lot of Black characters in comic books that have electric powers. Does anybody fucking know why? It's because they don't want to pay them for those characters. They refuse to pay them for those characters. So
another one.
instead, they make another one. But
I think it was Image Comics, and they gave the rights to all the creators of their own characters. That way, they would always get the rights, no matter how many comics they made, or if they wound up getting bought out, the creators of those characters would always have rights to them.
When was this? Because I know, like,
Image, well, I'm pretty sure it was Image Comics that did it.
It was.
I know Static Shock was originally from Dark Horse Comics.
Dark Horse.
And DC acquired Static Shock and the Dark Horse Comics IP, and they still would not pay for the Static Shock IP to that artist. They had to legitimately
I think enough.
a legal lawsuit, and then they refused to pay him. But I know that's the reason why we stopped getting Static Shock comic books, and the reason why Static Shock, even on DC's universe, is only the first season.
Okay,
because
so
the second season is copywritten.
it was originally Milestone Comics.
Milestone.
Oh, Milestone, yeah.
Static
Yeah,
Shock
Image
is a
Comics.
fictional
Image-
superhero
Uh,
appearing
I-
in anime
I
comic
gotta
books
be right
published-
back, guys. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Oh, okay. So Milestone Comics was published. Their comics were published by DC Comics. It was created by Milestone Comics founder Dwayne McDuffie.
Dwayne McDuffie.
Right, but I think DC just outright
They bought the entire thing.
they own them now.
Because
But
like
the
right now,
creator-
they have him as like secondary characters on like a bunch of their projects now. Like he can't get his main story, which is kind of upsetting. Because like
Yeah,
what I was
they-
saying earlier, it's like with that character on that show, I remember watching that and be like, "Yo, that's messed up," and like it felt natural due to the fact of like no joke. I thinking back about it now that I'm older. It's because he's similar skin tone as me, so now I can understand that a little bit better. And one of the things that like we talked about on the Black Table was media control. If you ever know people from today forward, if you ever notice like a show and a Black person starts getting a little bit too up there, suddenly the show just disappeared. Ever heard of was it No Ordinary Family? It was a superhero show on ABC where this family they went to a trip. The guy that I can't remember the actor's
He
name,
plays
but
the Thing.
He played the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember the show.
Yeah.
I remember it was one. I remember one season though.
Okay. Well, the problem is at the end of the wrap up of the season, the black guy was getting powers. And right after that, suddenly the show got canceled because like they were showing something happened and they were figuring out how to give people powers. And the exact second the black guy gets powers, you start noticing he felt powerful. And then
Oh,
boom.
I remember this show.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
the
okay,
guy who played the
here's
thing
some
in it.
information for you.
What you guys talking about?
We're talking about Static Shock. So here we're talking about. So it was created by Milestone Comics, a comic book media, a company founded in 1993 by a group of black comic creators. It says right here that they were published by DC Comics, but they were their own entity and were not part of the DC universe. In 2008, it was announced that Milestone characters would return to comics as part of the DC universe. The merging of Milestone's universe with DC's was explained in the 2010 limited series, Milestone Forever. They became a part of the continuity of Detective Comics after the end of the Final Crisis, which was because of the tear in the space-time continuum caused by Darkseid's death.
Why we didn't see Static after that?
Not in comic books. We did see him in
It
what is
says
it,
that,
Young Justice.
Static is in the comics. He's in the Young Justice comics and Teen Titans comics. It says that
He's just not a main character.
He's still a teenager. That's why he's not like a main hero. But it says right here that
I mean, it says Teen Titans for a reason. I'm just saying.
It says Hardwire and Static are the two main ones. And it says that Static Shock being included in the comic books is one of the reasons why that Black Lightning got a major push as a mentor. Right, because Black Lightning is his mentor now.
Oh yeah, now.
Why?
Because
so they did Young. Have you watched Young Justice, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I don't have HBO. I'm broke.
I got you next time I see you. But so one of the things is they because they were pushing for Young Justice supposed to be like it's the Justice League, but they're like a shadow operation.
They're the Teen Titans, but without the name Teen Titans.
Exactly. Which the Titans eventually gets introduced in the series as well. But they were trying to post it. Basically, they built it up for Black Lightning to take over everything, or to basically be the main leader of the Justice League and run everything, because he's supposed to have that the justice quality the Justice League is supposed to have. Because like a lot of dark shit happened since they had the Young Justice doing like, basically Black Ops shit.
Right, but the reason why Static Shock looks at him as a mentor is for the very stereotypical black mentor thing. He's black and he has the same powers.
Black father figure and all that stuff. And that's exactly what I was going to mention as well, or that's what I was mentioning right before you came back, is a lot of the times when they're basically like a lot of shows get canceled is when, like, for example, I was saying No Ordinary Family. It was a big ass coincidence that on the final season they cut it. They didn't even do like a whole like series finale. Is when the black guy got powers. Because if I'm not mistaken, I want to say his powers, because I read briefly into it, but he was supposed to have like one of the most badass powers out of all of them. And as soon as he got powers, the show's not good anymore. It's like, the show's all right. Now it's about to get real good because this comedian is going to get powers and he's going to act stupid. And that's what we want to see. Or like, for example, Young Justice season 3 ends with Black Lightning going into power. I don't think there's
so I need people's opinions on this. Which is better? The original Teen Titans that came on Cartoon Network, not Teen Titans Go, or the Young Justice series?
Young Justice.
I haven't seen it, so I
I
have no
like Young
opinion.
Justice more.
If Teen Titans went on, I'd probably go with Teen. This is tough. Hold on, I gotta think about this.
Let's say Teen Titans because I watched both of them from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And Teen Titans just hit harder to me because they touched a lot more stuff. It's not just like, oh, this is a super secret hero mission type thing. Like when fucking Robin became Red X to try to trick Slade and get that shit. Like you genuinely saw like the team was technically broken up.
we
like,
even
trust y'all?
Do we even know exactly which Robin that was?
That is Dick Grayson.
Tim Drake. No, Dick Grayson. Because
it's not Dick Grayson because he in the like when they go to the fast forward or feature episode or whatever.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be Nightwing, but there's also I think in that exact same episode, I could be remembering this wrong, but there's also Dick Grayson in that episode. And
no.
I think Red Hood.
The first one is Dick Grayson.
It is Dick
Okay.
Grayson.
Yeah.
The whole series is Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
They established because he was the first. He's the Robin that left Batman. All the other Robins, when Robin left, he becomes Nightwing. But he's the only Robin that kind of kept the Robin name and became Nightwing. Where all the other Robins were, Tim Drake leaves as Robin but becomes Red Robin, and Jason. They don't really at the time they didn't like to acknowledge Jason because he died. And since it's a kid show, they don't want to like bring up death.
Yeah, Jason didn't come back until after the Teen Titans ended, right?
Jason.
All right, well, I'm gonna just throw it out there. Best Robin ever is Dick Grayson. That's my nigga.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
I'll support that.
I like Damien.
Dick
Huh?
Grayson.
I like Damien.
Oh,
He's like a little,
Lord.
he's a little shit.
I like Damien. He got his ass whooped by Bruce on top of a building. That's why I like him.
And
Yeah.
he got
Bruce is a child beater.
If it wasn't for the world getting rebooted, Damian Wayne
He
would have been.
deserved it.
He would have been the one clapping Raven's cheeks right now because I saw Justice League.
Oh,
Dark.
Dusty Dark. Oh my god.
I thought it was
Ugh.
called Justice League Dark because it had a magic element to it, but like no, it was
Nah,
called
nigga.
Justice League Dark for a reason.
For all the murder.
Because it's
Yeah.
after it means after dark. We're clapping cheeks. No, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Because in the movie,
Nigga, death is
it's
everywhere.
Damian and Raven who hook up,
Mm.
and actually, like
Raven.
I like
Why not
their
Raven
relation-
and Beast Boy? I want
He
that
died.
shit.
He like
Yeah, he
easily.
dies in
He
Dark.
fucking dies.
Beast Boy dies?
Turns out
Yes.
that's a shitty ass power to have.
Spoiler.
No, because Raven and
Poor assholes.
Raven and Damien actually had a lot in common where they were both
Yeah.
two teenagers growing up with toxic parents.
Hmm.
How was Batman? Well,
What was that question?
Beat
You
his
forget,
ass on a
Talia.
rooftop.
You forget Talia.
he beat his
You
ass.
forget his grandpa, nigga? His grandpa's one of those
And
evil
his mom.
motherfuckers.
Remember in the
Murdering
movie,
Talia
you
raped
Bruce
Bruce
punishment.
Damien.
Talia cloned Damien and had an adult version of him trying to kill him.
Yep.
Mm.
Called a big Damien.
So
Big
he knows
D.
and he acknowledges his mom is toxic.
Well,
Because he'll
I
bring
mean,
it up like when Bruce is going on a date with Catwoman, he's like, "Father, I don't want to bring up your history with women, but there is the case of my mother."
Yeah.
You got me there.
Right? Like,
You got,
what does Bruce say to this shit?
Bruce
Well,
is like, "Well, I'm not gonna have
Because
this
Damien's
conversation with
fucking
you."
right.
Damien's the voice.
Oh,
of,
let's talk. Hold up. Let's talk about how Batman is a bona fide hater and a cock blocker. All right.
No, get over it, dog.
No,
oh my god.
no.
Hold on. So I'm gonna explain the situation. So there's one of the recent movies they had where it's about Harley Quinn. So you already know this fool got a boner for it. Harley Quinn.
Oh my God,
I know this
Nightwing.
No.
Captures Nightwing.
Yes.
And then basically Harley started noticing she's like, you ain't a boy no more type of thing, right? So basically,
Oh, I seen that.
Nightwing gets the cheeks.
Seen that.
So afterwards, Batman end up coming, after everything's done, and basically he looking at Dick like,
Really?
Like really?
I
That's
can't
what we
believe
do?
you did
That's
this.
what you doing?
That's what we do?
Oh, fuck you.
And so instead of, so he talking about he be a hater and like he came in and stopped the joy. He came after the
he
fact.
showed up.
Joy.
He
He came
showed up.
after the fact.
He showed up.
After the cheeks were gone.
He showed up
But the fact that
hours
he looked at Dick like, how dare you fuck a villain?
because she's a
Nigga,
villain. He needs
how
to be
dare
clapping.
you?
He needs to be
How
clapping the
dare
cheeks
you?
of
Nigga,
justice.
Selena
No,
is
no.
on your dick
Selena,
24/7. I want to hear that
Talia,
shit. Hell, you almost
Clapping
fucked
the
Ivy one time. I want to hear your shit.
Hold on. What's her name?
I need
Gordon?
more than
There are
what's her
no,
name.
there are no
Gordon's
cheeks
daughter.
of
She's
Josh
a
Gordon that
villain?
need to be clapped. Like, who's he
Fuck
gonna
yeah.
clap? Wonder Woman?
No, Batgirl.
Oh yeah, he
He tapped
almost
Batgirl
had to
several
fuck
times.
Wonder Woman, but he was like, I have to shut this shit down.
Because she would kill him.
Yo,
no.
What's
Because
that
if
other
they
meme
break
we
up,
said?
they work
Snips.
together. So if they break up, it's awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
What's
Disney.
that other meme? All he kept saying is, I'm Batman. You broke his hip.
Bruh, like
No?
no, he was probably trying to protect Dick because he's like, bruh, don't fuck with Harley. Why?
Nah.
Because
I
I
wanna
fuck
hear
with
it.
toxic women, and look what I ended up with. Damien, come here, you little
You mean
shit.
$1 billion? I want to hear that shit.
I like the joke. It's like, I'm a wanted man, Dick. You're not even a wanted child.
Wait, doesn't he actually say that to him?
Yeah,
though?
he says it Dick
They
Gray.
said
Is it a Jason or Dick that he says
He
that
says
line?
it
he
to
says it to
Damien.
Dick.
He says it to
Or
Damien.
Dick
Like,
says it to
I'm a
Damien.
wanted man, Dick. You're not even a wanted
You're not
child.
even wanted child.
He's like,
Damn.
no, like somebody made
Another
a meme,
reason
someone
why
made
Dick
a-
Grayson is that nigga, bro.
Somebody made a meme with Jason Todd and Damian Wayne from Injustice 2, and I thought it was actually from the game, but it's not. But he's like, like, you're gonna pay for what you did to Robin. And Damien's like, that was a mistake. And then Red Hood's like, so are you.
Wait, I thought that wasn't a game.
No, maybe.
Why is Dick Grayson such a savage, bro?
This was
No,
Jason.
that was Jason.
That was
That was
Jason.
Jason.
That was
Okay,
Jason.
that was Jason.
Everyone
in that family
calls
hates
Damien
He's
Damien.
not even a
mistake.
wanted child.
Everyone hates Damien.
Dick,
Loki.
Best part.
chill, bro.
The only time I actually liked Damien was that Batman Ninja movie when the whole DC universe ends up. Y'all remember? Like,
Yeah.
they're all in Feudal Japan, and finally it's the end. It's like, where the hell did all
Feudal-
these guys
Feudal
come
Japan
from? What the
did it.
hell?
You said
But they-
Batman Ninja movie, and I was like all of them.
It was cool. Yeah,
No,
but they
I
actually
think it
have
was
all
called
of them.
Batman Ninja, though.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
Batman Ninja. But yeah, so it was like towards the end of the movie when you finally get to see literally everyone. Fucking Alfred ended up in there somewhere. I was like, how?
This British
That makes
MI6
no
bastard.
Fucking sense.
Alfred has
But-
whooped Superman's ass.
This is true, but not. But I
Injustice.
liked how. I mean, it's the only time you get to see Batman and all four of the Robins like together, and they're like happy. And I was like, I like that. That makes my little.
What?
I want the series or the episode where all of the Robins get together and just whoop Batman's ass. I want it to be like 30 episodes long. Like, I
That'd be
want
fun.
them to spend time whooping Bruce's ass.
That would be fun.
I'd say, do you want all the Robins? Because you know they just did a comic book 2-3 years ago called We Are Robin, where this man just starts adopting children left and right, turning them to Robins.
You know what I
Oprah-
want?
Like
Oh,
Oprah with
that's
cars.
a girl.
You know what I
get to be
want?
Robin.
What I
You get to
want
be Robin.
legitimately is that Power Rangers episode where all the Red Rangers get together, just beat the shit out of a villain.
You mean Forever Red?
Forever
Yeah,
Red.
forever Red.
That's my shit.
I want, yeah, that's what I want. I want Forever Robin, but they own Batman's bumpers the
Can we
entire
do Forever
time.
Red with some of the other colors,
This
please?
is called Batman
Why is it just called
Incorporated.
Red
They made a whole
Rangers?
comic
Because they're
about
the
it.
Because they're
leaders.
the
They're the
leaders.
only
Leader.
ones. They're
They're
the
the
only
ones that
ones
really
Except
that
the
have
fucking
matter.
Water
Rangers.
Rangers.
They're
and
the
shit.
only
Fuck
ones.
that shit.
When was the last time you heard of the Red or Blue Ranger? I mean, the Green or Blue Ranger. clapping
Don't
some
disrespect the
Pink
Green Ranger.
cheeks.
Right?
Don't
I'm
disrespect
not
the
talking
Green
about
Ranger.
Mighty
David
Morphin.
Frank-
The whole
I'm talking
Megazord
about, like,
and kick
Zeo.
all the Power Rangers out that bitch.
No, I'm not
Proceed
talking
to
about
whoop
Mighty
their
Morphin.
ass.
Remember,
I don't
Zeo,
care.
No, he
I don't
did.
care.
Zeo Turbo had a Green Ranger.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the other teams had Green Rangers. They didn't have like a sixth Green Ranger. But the thing was, it
Yeah, but
wasn't
those
even,
also
why
didn't
did they
have
even
a
call it
Black
Forever
Ranger.
Red? They should have just called it Tommy and a bunch of other random Power Rangers.
Tommy
Bunch
and
of
Hell
random.
takes off their helmet.
Get the hell out.
I'm
That's
just
the
saying.
only suit they
Because it
kept
also
were
had
the red
Jason.
ones.
Because they were
The
dick writing,
original
but they were
Red.
dick writing
The,
Tommy
the
whole
only
the whole
Red Ranger
episode.
they left out was Rocky
Because they always did.
because
ride
they had Jason.
They
What
had
was
Ja-
Rocky
yeah.
gonna do? Turn into another Mighty Morphin Red or turn into Ninja Red Ranger power?
I'm just saying.
Coming out there
I'm
in
just
space
saying.
dressed like a ninja.
So what is your
gonna
favorite?
die.
What is your favorite
That's-
Power Ranger
and-
series?
Me?
Everybody.
Space.
Honestly,
Wait, which space one? There's a lot of space
There's
ones.
Galaxy.
No,
In space.
there's the Power Ranger
Yeah,
season
okay.
called In Space.
SPD was one of my
That was
favorites.
cool.
I like
Fire.
Turbo.
Don, what's your
one?
favorite Power Ranger series?
Who?
Don, what's your favorite
Oh,
Power
oh,
Ranger
me?
series?
Okay. Of course, Mighty Morphin. My boy Green Ranger came and whooped all that ass.
I knew you was gonna say. Jace,
Of course.
what's your favorite Power Ranger series?
I'm the black sheep in the thing. I like Turbo.
Oh my god.
Turbo's
You
fine.
like Turbo?
It was the one I grew up with. I grew up
Where
with
the
Turbo.
where the
Nobody
Blue
likes
Ranger has
Andrew
to
was a
like
kid.
where the Blue Ranger has to grow up to morph like
I
with.
thought that was cool because I was a kid at the time. I was like, that'd be
Yeah.
cool if I could just get taller and beat the shit out of
I was
people.
a kid too when I
and
saw that
suffer
shit.
no
and even I was
repercussions.
like, that don't make no sense.
I,
Oh,
didn't,
this is-
I
And the
honestly
cocoons
didn't.
get longer.
So I
Goku?
honestly didn't give a shit about any of that, but I cared more once they got to like the second half of Turbo and like
The
I
old
like
Rangers
that.
left.
the old Rangers stuff. They got the new guys in. I like
Yeah.
that better.
Well,
What about you, Goku? What's your favorite Power Ranger?
Wait,
series?
my,
Duh, didn't we watch Turbo the other night? One of those nights?
We got
Yes.
bored and watched the Turbo movie.
It's not a
Yeah.
good movie.
No, it's actually it was actually entertaining.
Entertaining does
Yo.
not mean good.
Yo, with the original Red and Pink being bad guys, that shit
Yeah.
was fire.
the only
Yeah.
thing that was
You start thinking
entertaining.
about that, like that nigga Jason really wanted Tommy's ass.
The only
like,
thing entertaining about that movie was the fact that for the budget, Diva Talks had a push-up bra, and in the series she had just something flat.
Oh, why would
Not
you
just-
say that?
no,
Now
no,
I gotta
not-
go look.
Not just that, not
Right?
just that. No, not just that. In the movie, she actually has like her midriff showing and everything, and then the show on, then they put like a cover on that corset
Bruh,
or underneath her.
Bruh, she went from Bam to Flip. Nope.
Right.
My favorite season though is RPM because it's like they turned Power Rangers and kind of turned it into Terminator, and they actually had people die during the season, and it was like so dark and pretty fucking cool.
RPM
Actually,
had
I
people
didn't hear that.
dying.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah,
reason I didn't watch
somebody-
Yeah,
RPM
behind.
was because it was supposed to be the true last season of Power Rangers. That's the only reason. I didn't
That's what
watch it.
Space was
No,
supposed
like
to be
yeah,
too.
like one of the
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
Yeah,
like
Space
I was too young. I was too
Space was
young to
supposed
know
to be
about that
too.
one.
So
Yeah.
what it is like they create a machine and it starts like there's only one city left where humanity lives. The rest of the Earth is in ruins. It's post-apocalyptic and people are fucking dying.
Hooray! Kid show.
Oh shit! I gotta watch. Now I gotta watch it.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there about to.
Like that's the only reason I didn't watch. I was like, man, Disney said this is gonna be the last season. I
Like
was
the
all
Red
right, fuck
Ranger
y'all
and the
then.
Black Ranger fight over the Yellow Ranger because they want to both clap her cheeks, but the Black Ranger wins.
Oh, so
we have to
finally
pop your-
somebody
right.
addresses the elephant in the room. Oh, I definitely gotta watch it.
Jesus.
They're both in love with her, but the Black Ranger
What's
wins.
the elephant in the room?
Yeah,
That most Power Rangers want to clap other Power Ranger cheeks.
they.
That's
That-
no. That's his.
They
No. I mean,
vaguely
they
established
don't
it.
fight each other over it.
Oh,
like
well, there's
Tommy got Cat, Tommy got Kimberly,
Kimberly.
but
Tommy
Jason
got
never-
Tommy got whoever was the Pink Ranger at the time.
Yeah.
Tommy
Hell,
got whatever
Tom-
cheeks
hell,
he wanted.
Here's the thing:
Right?
Tommy got the fucking bad girl from Dino's whatever it was, Dino Thunder.
That old man. Tommy is an old man. Didn't get no teenage ass.
No, it was the principal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
was
Tommy,
the
Tommy
principal.
got whatever cheeks he wanted.
Yeah. He looked at cheeks. They were his. That's
Tommy
the
had
Let's be real.
cheeks of the week. It was
And
different
you know what
cheeks
it
every
was?
week.
You know what it was? He walked in. They were like, Tommy, or Jason David Frank, we need you again for this season. And he was like, well, you know my rules.
Yep.
You want to
Alright.
have the freshest,
I,
ripest
I,
cheeks.
I gotta be the special ranger, and I need the cheeks.
My suit has to look better.
There's no Pink Ranger this season. Hey, make it work. I don't care.
Yep.
I will take a villain.
What
if
what about that
necessary.
principal? That principal, she a villain? All right, cool. I ain't
But the
never had
thing
no
is-
bad pussy. Let's have that one.
In the continuity, he ends up with Cat and has a son with Cat.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But guess what? In
There's
the
an-
movie,
there's
in the
an old
original
man-
movie, he still ends up with Kimberly. So
Well, no, there's in the
The
well,
holiday
that's
special.
that's not even Tommy, but in the comics, they
it
have an
looked like
old
Tommy
man,
to me.
They have an old man Tommy comic book.
Oh yeah, that.
It's actually really good. I would recommend it.
Well, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I have to go to work.
All right, no, yeah,
Oh.
we've gone over our time. Thank you guys for.
Sorry.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
we do that. My bad.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine.
We be
no,
talking
it's fine.
shit.
Hey, we warned you from the jump. You should have gave us topics, but no.
We did. We were from
When you go off
topic
the
to
no,
dome,
topic
this
to
is what
topic
happened.
to topic to
I don't
topic.
have a fucking job. I can stay on here all night.
But some people,
Why are you proud of that?
Employed people.
employed people, must go.
Because
Shows
It
I-
must-
Technically,
I-
I don't have to go. I'm just like, you know,
I'm proud of it
leave.
because I live my life free. I'm not a slave to society.
Oh Lord. I don't know how to deal with
I
you.
want to say something about being poor, but
Well, yeah, I'm brown skinned. What do you expect?
Oh, me a slave?
you can't say that, Goku. She's Jewish.
I can say whatever I want. I can barely speak English.
Yeah. Okay.
I could just chop it up to no sé no hablo inglés. I've been in America 30 years, no speaking English.
Yeah, right. Same.
Can I speak to your
Hey,
manager?
have y'all ever watched the movie? If y'all get an opportunity, I know it's Halloween, so you get an opportunity to watch this movie. It's called The Circle.
Oh,
Y'all seen it? It's on Netflix right now. If you have Netflix, go ahead and
I
watch
don't
it.
have Netflix.
That
Circle.
shit there is dumb, but
I have to watch 2
But-
seasons of The Boys, apparently.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
it
Yeah,
does
you
have
really
some
fucking do.
good commentary about like the bigotry in society. You know, stuff that we talked about earlier today.
Yeah.
On an unrelated note, have y'all
Oh.
seen the movie called Rubber?
Barb?
Stop bringing that up.
It's a good movie.
It's a movie about a
Not.
fucking tire that has telekinesis and blows shit up.
Damn it.
Oh God.
Oh, I thought it was.
I heard about.
I went a whole different way with that.
I know
That
you
was
just.
like-
Yeah.
Not a sex thing.
I think another movie y'all should watch is The Protector 2. They turned the
seen it.
lightsabers.
Shut the
Equalizer-
fuck up.
Equalizer 2?
Oh no, that's the movie.
Wait, what, TJ?
Equalizer 2. I was making fun of him.
Oh,
No.
I
Isn't
like
the
Denzel
Protector
Washington.
about an elephant?
Yeah, okay.
Watch any movie with Tony Jaa.
The one that gets blown up but doesn't die.
Yeah.
What's the one with Jason Statham where he has a car and like the whole movie?
Crank.
Transporter.
Crank.
No, 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 no.
That's
It was
every
Transporter,
Jason
Transporter.
Statham movie.
No, but I was thinking
Transporter.
A transporter with the car, where he hooks himself up to a car battery is crank too.
He becomes the car.
It's the one where he's boning his girlfriend in public to keep his heart
Crank.
1 and 2.
Yeah, it's in both.
One, he has to keep his adrenaline up. The other one, he's using friction from her to cause static to keep his heart pumping. I watched him recently.
They just wanted him to bone somebody on the movie. It was in
Science
the
going on.
contract.
Right? It's science. No, it's science.
Must bone person.
He has
Those
that
Wesley
Jason David
Snipes
Frank
contracts.
contract. He's got to
Right.
clap cheeks.
Okay.
Just like, I don't know, like in The Rock, he always ends up with like a blonde white girl in every movie he's ever in. So it's in their contract.
Super Juice got good word.
I know.
Yeah, I must say.
No, thank you so much for coming on here, guys. Like we've been trying to get y'all back on here, but we've been kind of busy. We finally started slowing down, and you guys have also been busy. And I'm really happy with. I really enjoy following y'all, so I'm like really happy that we got to get y'all back on here to talk. And we would like to have y'all come back eventually, whenever y'all have time, whenever y'all can. Like it doesn't matter, just like let me know when, where,
Of course.
and we'll talk
Yeah,
more
I'm
shit
with it.
about DC and Superman.
Fuck Superman.
No, we can add Marvel to the
Hood.
mix.
We can add Marvel to the mix. I got a lot of shit to say about Marvel that don't nobody want to hear.
Here's my Lord Draken Tommy figure that I fucking love.
Oh, hold up. Say less. Hold up. Goku, stay right.
Like he got a. Looks like he has a mullet.
Well, no, it's just how the hair slicked back. That's
Oh
all.
Lord, he's
Like a
leaving.
mullet. Quick, end it while he's gone.
Right?
All right,
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Where'd he go?
He said
He went to go
He
get
want to
his.
show.
Oh,
He's back.
Got too much shit on this bed. But I just got this the other day.
Oh, I fucking hate you.
I didn't even see it.
Oh, I fucking hate you. I've been trying to get one of those.
Oh, I'm not even looking to my watch off. Okay, I gotta pee and get changed.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
You see it, Goku?
Yeah, I know what it looks like. You
You want his address? I got you.
Oh,
can hear,
man.
you can hear the salt. in
I'll
my-
let you know you will not make it out alive. Trying to get this one? Oh, no.
No, eventually they'll have it in stock again, and then that's when I'm gonna get it. But fuck. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end there. Thank you guys for joining us. All right, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to us. Check them out, the Black Table Podcast on Facebook, Spotify, or everywhere
Fucking everywhere.
everywhere.
We're trying to
Pornhub.
get everywhere.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Pornhub.
We got our OnlyFans though.
Pornhub.
This nigga here.
You porn, RedTube.
Red tube.
I say, have y'all been on my my what the fuck is it called again? My YouTube. That's my imposter names.
This nigga here.
All right,
Google
well-
your Zoom
So,
name.
should we just leave? I feel like we just abruptly leave. It's kind of rude.
That's what I thought. I thought he was doing
Let's do
the.
it.
We're ending it already. We're ending it. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. to do our interview with Deacon Rap, and then again on Tuesday with DJ Comment, and then Velvet Vibes on Friday. We have a very, very busy week. Thank you guys for tuning in on Sunday. I know it's late. Everyone have a good night and have a good week.